getting his wisdom teeth taken out.
Well, doesn't he go? Won't he go to the funeral with you?
He might. That's the thing. He might come with me. It's going to depend on how he feels, you know. I know my daughter's going to want to go, and to go, she's got to bring the baby. That's the bad part. She's going to have to realize that if the baby's cutting up, she got to take the baby out of there. So we'll figure something out. But she got mad at me because for the fact that she didn't get to go the other day, and now she's mad. I said, "Don't be mad. It's not. It wasn't supposed to be." But she texted me last night. The funny part about it, on the way to work at 6 o'clock last night, she calls me. She says, "Is Nan all right?" I said, "Yeah, why?" She goes, "Because I stopped the car and a cardinal flew on right on the hood of my car, looked at me and flew off like that." She says, "Nothing better happened to her tonight." He texted me last night. The funny part about it, on the way to work at 6 o'clock last night. You're on somewhere. I'm hearing me in the background.
Hey, Corey, everybody's hopping in. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about your cousin, right?
It's my first cousin's wife, but she, like I said, you can't call her my cousin because I was either at her house, she was at my mom's house, or when I moved back, they showed up at my door when we moved back here from California. And they were at the door when we drove up to help us move out of the truck, get everything out of the truck. And she lived in Metairie and used to drive that causeway to come see us just as much, you know. It was like when she was in good shape, she'd come back and forth every week. Parades, she'd come over here for the parades on this side and then leave at 11 o'clock at night to go back home over the causeway. So, but she turned 80 in February. So when my brother got there yesterday, that was his godmother. That was the good news that he got there. But when he told me yesterday that she was going home on hospice on tomorrow, I said, "Did you really look at her?" I said, "Because I don't think she's going home." And 3 o'clock in the morning, she passed.
That's sad.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, okay. You know, it's a different. I don't want to sound cruel, but like I said, I've seen a lot of it because of EMS, and when you see that all the time, and it's a lot different than driving up on a 15-year-old kid that's shot by a drive-by, than going into a woman's house that you're transporting all the time that can't do anything for herself, can't feed herself. And she suffers for 10 years like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's when she passes, it's a whole different story. Carol wasn't really suffering, but she told me the other day, she goes, "I hate this wheelchair. I can't drive anywhere. I'm stuck here at the house." And that's what she did. She didn't want to wait for her husband to get up in the morning to go get the paper. So she got up out the wheelchair, walked and he heard the door. He walked down and said, "Carol, where are you?" Looked out and she's laying in the street where she fell and broke her hip, you know. But that was Carol.
What's up, Corey, Tim, Nanya?
Justin, good morning.
Hey, Justin.
Good evening to
Corey.
you.
So,
well, sorry to hear that. You know it was coming, but there's when it happens, it still is a little bit of a punch in the gut.
Oh, it's always a punch in the gut when it's somebody that's that close. You know, when my dad died, I don't even think I cried for 6 years. And it was just one day it hit me.
Damn it. Dang.
Nanya's playing golf at 7:30 p.m.
I told
Corey. Tim got killed by a basic pet earlier.
I told Nick when he texted me and he said, "You want me to take emergency leave and come home?" I said, "No, I don't. They'll understand. It's not the point. I said, save your money, send her flowers. I said, they will understand that. You know, it's not like you're right here. And but they're gonna come for 2 days and then leave and go back, and it's gonna cost you $1,000 to do that, you know? So don't. And the biggest thing he said, are you okay with me not coming home? I said, I'm telling you not to come. I said, I'd rather see you at Christmas time where you could be here for a couple of weeks, or at least a week. I said, I'll let him know. So, and on a cheerier note, this came in today.
Right.
You got it.
I got it.
Yes.
Yeah, I checked it out. It looks like it's pretty good. In fact, I went to B&H Camera, and B&H Camera sells the film.
There you go.
Okay.
And I just ordered 2
Awesome
rolls to
news.
come in, and it's cheaper than buying them on eBay.
Yep.
Yeah, Amazon wanted $52 for 2 rolls, 16 pictures, and they got them for like $17.99 a roll. So I ordered 2. So we'll see when it comes in.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
$17.99 per cartridge, right?
Yeah, per cartridge, $17.99. That's because I got the card with them. If I wouldn't have had the B&H card, it would have been $20 a roll, a cartridge. So I got 2
Good
color ones
evening.
coming in to see how it works, and if it works, I'll get a
There we
couple
go.
more and play with it with the granddaughter.
Sure. Well, yeah, what kids like is you take the picture, it shoots out, and then it changes color right before their eyes.
Mm,
Yeah, that's the thing. I
Yeah.
think she's gonna have a
I
fit
remember
about it.
that.
But she's a little talking fool right now, boy. God, no, she was on the phone with me on a FaceTime, and she started all this stuff to me, and I was not understanding the thing. I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do it like this." And I said, "What did I just agree to?" Like that. And my daughter and I said it at the same time. You agreed to give her $1 million when your money came in. I said, "No, I'm not agreeing to that." I said, "No, that's not what I'm agreeing to." And she looked back at me and went, "What? What? Like, what are you talking? What?" And I said, "No, not happening." My daughter said, "That's funny how we both thought the same thing." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah,
I do
bitch."
stay.
I went
Up,
out to
Dusty.
football, talked to the coach. I remember I told you I had to buy envelopes, right? So I bought 200 envelopes. I said, "You got a count this year?" He goes, 180. I turned around, looked at him. He says, "Yeah, we got 180 this year." I said, "Okay, I'll print you 200 envelopes."
180 what?
Players between
One
varsity and
football?
junior varsity,
Jesus
varsity,
Christ.
junior varsity, and freshman. 180 players.
Hold on, they have 3 different leagues?
Yeah, you got
Three
freshmen.
different teams. Yeah.
And
Oh,
you-
we didn't. We had just junior varsity and varsity.
Yeah, they got a freshman team that plays on Wednesday night. And freshman plays on, this is what I don't like. Freshman plays on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. At 6:30, junior varsity plays, and then Friday, varsity plays. And there's some weeks where they'll play the junior varsity and freshman on Tuesday night, and Thursday night is the varsity game if they got Friday off. So I got 2 games a week, and I'm usually out there for about 7-8 hours total altogether.
wow.
But if I can, I'll just look at it this way: if I got 180 players, and if I could pull a $40 package on each one, and a lot of them buy the $50 package because I give them trading cards with it and everything. I got signs that I sell. I had one woman last year. She bought 2 $50 packages and 3 signs for the yards, for all the different yards. And she spent like $175 on pictures.
Wow.
That probably ran. I probably made 140 on that one job. And then she bought the season package, so another 250.
You talking
So-
about, Neil?
Hi, Neil.
That's where I make my money right there.
How on earth
It's
do they
actually-
manage to finish a game in an hour and a half?
Well, they do. It's a little 8-minute game, fast game. 8 minutes. 8 minutes for It's 8 minutes for freshmen, 10 minutes for JV, and 12 minutes for varsity per quarter. And the varsity game at night starts at 7 o'clock and doesn't end about 9:30. That's about 2.5 hours. Loki is laying on the futon on the other side, and he's sitting there and he's sleeping. And he's sitting there trying to stay awake watching, and those eyes are closing and that head keeps dropping. Got some tired eyes. Go to sleep. Yeah, they're watching me because I got food here.
Oh, when Precious gets up on the sofa next to me, she's asleep within about 20 seconds of lying down. Unless I'm eating.
Oh,
Everybody hear me?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right.
Let's tell Corey how you got decimated by a basic ped.
Yeah, dude.
Little embarrassing.
Yep. Yes. I got my ass whooped. What did I come in? 98?
On that one match you did.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
how can you come in 98 out of 90?
No, it was 98 out of
98.
100.
Yeah.
You get 100 players per match. Tim got 98th place.
Got my ass.
That
whooped.
happens, though.
That's because the other two
Right.
people quit.
Right. Nah, they were good games this morning. They were all right. Well, that 30-50 is working good, but I'm gonna see if Sean can set that afterburner app this weekend because the fans don't come on until GPU hits 60 Celsius, which is what they're supposed to do, I guess. Between 65 and 75 is normal for the GPU.
I'll just go in and set everything through IQ.
Yeah, but Afterburner, it's an app.
Yeah, I
And,
know.
you gotta set the fan speeds. You gotta. Sean set
thought
it up
he-
for me last time. I don't know how to do it.
I thought he wasn't using that no more because it started getting glitchy or something.
It didn't for me. Once I put the new GPU in and then fired up the computer, it was all blank. Everything was blank on it. So I'm looking through Task Manager to see what the temp, GPU is. I recognized it right away. The only thing I need is them HDMI to DisplayPort cords. And I can hook up my TV and my other monitor.
Is Dominic
I'll get
still
that.
having problems with Zoom?
Mhm.
Zoom has been acting finicky as hell ever since they did that update.
No, I just had to go and do something.
All right.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Dominic
Dom,
is
when
heading out.
When do you
No,
go in
just-
for your sex change, Dominic?
This time tomorrow.
This time tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, wish you luck. Wish you luck.
no worries.
Dominique.
Dominic.
What's up, Lance?
Well, you do know your voice better not get any higher, right?
Look at it. He just shakes his head. There goes
His
you.
voice
Hefner.
gets any higher, he's in trouble.
Hey, Lance, how's it going?
Hey, Lance. Everybody in chat. Can't see chat.
That's very true, Joe. The voice doesn't change. They have to go for vocal training.
I'm just saying. He comes in and says, hello. Where is it? We're done.
Eddie Nunya is in the chat. It looks like he's been pretty talkative.
Mm.
Yeah, he was. Yep.
Is he actually going playing golf, or is it a golf game on the
I think
computer?
it's a golf game. I think because he's asked everybody if they want to play.
I don't even know what channel that is. I mean, I don't know where he hangs out. Go log on. If anybody knows, send me the link in Messenger.
Justin knows because he watches it.
Justin
Do
knows
you, Justin?
everything.
He thinks he knows everything.
Well, you know,
Still don't.
what we depend on you for that is for you to keep the reins on Justin, because he can gallop off.
How do you think I can do it if Sarah can't even do it? He
Well,
still has to learn how to check
I don't hear
emails.
him talk back to Sarah that much.
He doesn't talk back to Sarah. He knows better.
She would whoop his ass. One finger. He still
Should be
don't
like
know how
the
to check
Force.
emails because he writes in the chat link. Check your
No,
emails.
because
Well,
I'm
it's right
doing
there.
that to remind Paul. That's why.
Good comeback there, Justin. Good save. Good save.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing
go
it
ahead,
because I
drop
can't
your link
find the
in if
link.
you want to, Nanya. Nanya's playing mini golf on online.
Okay. Mini golf.
All
Say
about
me-
the Fortnite. It's all about
He's
the
put it
Fortnite
in.
life.
He said
That's right.
the channel's called Dread.
Justin, send me that link to
DREAD.
YouTube. You did? It's all about the Fortnite crew. What up?
Mini golf. Oh, that's just
Season.
putting, isn't it? That's
What's
boring.
You know, Justin, the season ends
That's
in 2
what-
weeks. You know that, right?
Yep.
In mini golf, what you call crazy golf. Well, what we call crazy golf, where you just put in round obstacles like windmills and tunnels and silly things like that.
Yep.
Eddie's put the link in.
I can't see chat. That's what I'm saying. Somebody sent it to me a messenger.
All right. He says the game is called Golf with Your Friends.
Oh shit! I'll be playing by myself. Don't. Justin, are you playing the game right now? Because you're quiet.
Oh,
Okay.
He's probably that means he's
Yeah, he
eating.
probably is.
If he's not playing the game, he's eating.
That's true. That's why he has to play the game so much, so he don't eat so much.
I remember that when he needs my help. Like, help me! I got killed.
I can't get up. I asked you to revive me at the temp, but shit, you wouldn't even help me. And Laguna stood right in front of me. Couldn't even get a damn shot out.
Oh, dude, she's horrible at killing people, dude.
I love how they do that, though. They stand in front of you when you're trying to get out of a room. They stand in front of you when you're shooting at an opponent. What the hell? No, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
No idea they've been playing Fortnite.
Mike's going to come and join us this weekend, hopefully.
Right.
Eddie asked if you all played GTA.
No, he played
Um,
Fortnite. We sent him a invite one time, but he never accepted or got back to us or nothing. So
I haven't played GTA in a while.
shit. When's the last time I played? Is the last time I played that one with you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's out of control with the modders. It's not enjoyable anymore.
Hi, Mike.
What's up, Mike? I want to see what skins Corey gets. That was really ironic because yesterday I was just talking about the Marvel skins. I would like them to come back, and then all of a sudden woke up today and checked the shop and 3 Marvel skins were there. So I got them all. Be good if they brought what's the name back? Wolverine skin. I'll get that pup.
They might if they put out like a new movie or something. That's usually when you'll
Well,
see them put stuff out like that.
Well, Deadpool's coming out soon, so I wonder if they're gonna have a Deadpool skin, or they already have. I don't know. I just started playing the game 2 weeks ago, so I don't know.
They should have a Ghostbusters one so you can fire the what's it, proton guns.
Oh yeah, use that as a gun inside the game. That would be cool. Suck them in. I did a 300-yard snipe the other day, and I didn't even get the highlight of it. Should have. I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, I've been trying the MSI highlights program that they have. Works pretty good.
The highlights in the game is pretty easy. I don't know how y'all can't find it. It's right in my PC under the video.
I don't have a problem
I found
finding them.
Yeah, I
I
found them
did
last night.
at first, but that was only because I thought NVIDIA was saving them automatically, which they weren't. You have to go in and download the highlights after each match.
You got to save them.
But
Yeah, yeah.
but like that's why I've been using the MSI software because you don't have to do that. MSI just automatically downloads them right to your computer each match. So you don't have to do them. You don't have to do it after each match.
I should start using MSI app because I got MSI motherboard, so I might as well.
Only two things I have is the screens and my graphics card.
I just got the motherboard. Hopefully, I can save up and get another computer by next year. I don't know. Did Mark start piecing that computer together, or did he find something?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Because I got a 2060 Super just sitting in a box now.
I think he was just, I don't even know if he actually got that or not. If he was just looking.
If he gets a computer, I can send that GPU over to him. And I'm hoping motherboards go down in prices soon.
Eddie, there's been ships up and down all day.
I found the picture I was looking for. I couldn't remember what Mardi Gras day it was, but I was on Lee Circle stop. I was at Lee Circle and I had the kids out there and I was shooting in the middle of the barricades and Carol called and she says, "Where are you gonna be today?" I said, "I'm gonna be at Lee Circle." I said, "Why? I didn't know you were coming." She goes, "No, I was gonna have you pick me up because it was just me and the kids." And I said, "Well, I'm at Lee Circle." And she says, "I'll get Bobby to drop me off." So he dropped her off and she came out there with the kids. So I got a picture of my 3 kids when they were probably about 12, 9, and 7. I mean, 11, 9, and 7. Stop. And Carol standing there next to him. No. That's good. I'm glad I found it. I knew I had it.
Justin, you gonna teach me that Streamlabs this weekend?
Yeah, I can.
Right. If not, Corey said he would.
I'll get it downloaded and then I'll go over it with you after that.
I told you about 3 weeks ago that I downloaded and I got a subscription to it.
Oh,
Told you that.
I don't know why
Yes.
you bought a subscription to it.
Yeah, because
Because I wanted to start doing
he's
live.
gonna do some more streaming.
Right. Thank you, Dom.
Yeah,
See?
but you don't have to get
Dom
the
knows.
subscription to stream.
Yeah, but if
Dom knows.
you don't have the subscription, it's pretty light on.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, if I was gonna do it, I'd be buying the subscription.
Yep, Eddie, the Togurtha is huge.
Who is?
Paul R. Togurtha.
A ship.
Eddie got a chance.
Oh,
to see
shit.
up close.
Oh shit. All right. Sorry.
You thought they learned a new language with Babylon. Studying with Babel.
Sorry. Totally messed that up.
Dominic, Eddie's asking you what your kitty's name is.
Vegemite.
God. Get another cat and call it Nutella.
No, you've got to have a Marmite as well.
You know. I don't know how y'all can eat that stuff.
Good stuff.
Oh my God.
Hi, Lance.
Oh, Lance.
Hello, Lance.
Lance, what's up?
Shut up, Lance.
Yeah.
He's,
Shut up, Laura.
he's posted his acceptance speech for his film by the looks of it.
Film.
Yeah, you know, the film that he's been going on about making
Mm.
for the competition for the past 6 months.
Yeah,
they-
it was,
I don't know.
Well, they won.
Time differences. I just miss a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
I can always message Dom. He'll let me know. He'll fill me in.
Message who?
Dominic.
Oh,
He'll fill me
Dominic
in.
knows everything. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's,
What's
it's
said on a
Dominic
live stream?
today.
I mean, yeah. What's said on a live stream? He'll fill me in.
I've never used
Yes.
Streamlabs. But
I
it
don't
can't be
get that
hard.
one. I really don't get that one.
Well, Streamlabs
No, not that.
Streamlabs
I
is
mean-
real old stuff, you know. So you got to be kind of nostalgic to use Streamlabs.
Now that's StreamYard. Streamlabs is pretty new, isn't it?
No,
Yeah, Streamlabs is new.
Yeah,
StreamYard's
it's new.
probably one of
yeah,
the
Streamlabs is just another version of OBS.
yeah.
It's what Laura uses, except for the fact that on the last one she used Zoom.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could game on the StreamYard. Just put that as a highlight, like put it in as a.
You
No.
don't want to do that. It's horrible. It really is choppy ass video. It looks, I've tested Streamlabs and Zoom for that, and they're both horrible
Hmm.
for streaming
No.
gaming.
Streamlabs is Streamlabs and OBS are pretty much made for gaming.
Yeah, what I
Here you
didn't
go.
understand was what Lance was on about.
Here you go, Paul.
He said, "Hey, gents, on my way to Lowe's to continue honey DOS."
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
This is the shot during Mardi Gras Day. They got right where you can't see it's right here, right here in the corner. That's the tracks for the streetcars in New Orleans that go
What's up,
on
Daryl?
St. Charles. And the horse hit that
Daryl.
track and freaked out. And I'm standing right here. It wound up landing almost on my foot. And this was Mardi Gras Day 2007. The guy tried to do it. The horse wound up coming down with the guy right next to me, right on my foot, basically. And
Hmm.
and this was my that's Nicholas. That's the lieutenant in the Marine Corps. That's my daughter Brittany, and that's Justin, the police officer, and my cousin
Hi,
Carol.
Daryl.
They all growing up now.
Oh, I'm telling you. And that was 2007. She was
We
12.
We once
So
had a road
yeah, Justin.
accident that came on the system where a vehicle reversed round a corner and sat on the bonnet of another vehicle. Turns out that the first vehicle was a police horse.
Mm.
What were you saying, Joe? What were you saying, Joe?
And I said, Justin asked me a little while ago if I had a picture of him with Carol. And I've been looking through, I knew I had that picture because we got a lot of pictures together. Just got to go find them now. Because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that they're going to be asking me for pictures for the funeral.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, you're the camera guy, yeah. Every family has one, and you're it.
Yeah, I'm it, all right. I'll get somebody to call me about something.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, but
Thank you.
like we've said many a time on this, they always seem to look like they're getting better just before they don't.
Yep.
Well, she wasn't getting better. I knew that when I saw her. It was just, like I said, I've worked EMS enough to know what it looks like right before you die. And she looked like that when I saw her Monday.
And
Yeah.
her lungs were rattling then, weren't they?
Oh yeah, and my brother heard it. So see, that's what got my brother. I'll tell you, my brother's an idiot. Okay, he says, yeah, they said she's going to go to hospice at home on tomorrow on Thursday. I said, well, what did she look like? She goes, she looked like Mama did before she died. I said, well, I don't think she's going home. I said, because unless she started, I said, did she recognize you? He says, no. I said, okay, she was getting ready to go sepsis, so her body was shutting down.
Yeah.
It just took her body a couple of extra days to shut down. But last night, like I said, they said about 3 o'clock in the morning, Becky was sitting there and they had come in and checked on her. Everything was fine. And Becky was laying there and was listening to it. Becky said she was sleeping lightly because she was listening to her breathe. And all of a sudden she just stopped breathing. And she said she noticed they got quiet. She looked up there and she wasn't breathing. And she just died like that.
Well, at least it was peaceful.
Oh, it was. Oh, I'm glad. Because I can't say she's had a rough life. She's had a lot of medical issues in her life. And she had 6 brothers. The last one died last year at 98 years old. And
Well, you said at one time she was bad enough they didn't know how old she was going to get, right?
Yeah, when she was in her 20s, they thought she was going to die in the next year or two because of different things she had wrong with her. And she made it another 60 years.
Now that is an effort.
But out at Chef Pass, New Orleans, it's 90 feet of water out there. They had a camp out right near the Chef. And when she was about 4 years old, they said, you got to learn how to swim. They just threw her in 90 feet of water.
Yeah,
that's how she learned how to swim.
They just threw her in the water.
Threw her in the water, and they were in there too. And she learned. She says, I remember. She says, I was 4 years old, and I remember that. She said, they said, no, we're not helping you. You got to swim.
How I was taught. My brothers threw me in the pool and said swim. I learned really damn quick.
Yeah.
Yep. And she could swim like a fish. That's how she was. But she swam out in that open water all the time. And they had that one Chef Passes, 90 feet of water, and she goes swimming in there and didn't care.
Yeah,
I can drive a boat through it.
I can swim like a fish, only underwater.
Underwater, I'm good.
Yeah, I can't swim on top of it.
If I swim like a rock, I go down. Her mother, her mother Irene, she used to go out there and get on her back and lay down and float, right? And we looked up one day and we couldn't find her. And we're looking up, and she's across the bayou on the other side, sound asleep, floating. We had to go over there to get her. We had to get on one of the pirogues and get over there and go wake her up. But we hollered at her and she wasn't answering. And I said, that woman's asleep. We got over there. She was knocked out, snoring, sleeping, just floating.
Hmm.
She's lucky a gator didn't run into her. Yeah. I'm gonna send this picture to the 3 kids. They'll like it. That's 2007. What's that date? Yeah, I know. I basically know what pictures I have of her. I just got to go look them up and about where they're at.
Hmm.
Yeah, my daughter, when I told my daughter, he heard the voice change. She started crackling. I started to cry. That is one thing we got to do. One thing Carol did, as long as I could remember, they had these little candies called Smarties. A little bitty roll candy called Smarties. It's little sweet and sour candies. And every time she came over to the kids, she'd give them a Smartie candy. And she fed it to the dogs and everything. She always had Smarties with her. So when my mother died, my mother used to eat them too. She went over and stuck one in my mother's hand in a casket. So I'm gonna have to find a Smarties and bring it over and put one.
Well, that's not what we call Smarties. Our Smarties are just like a chocolate button with a crispy.
This is just a little bitty hard candy.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Somebody
a
gotta
chocolate
have 'em.
button with a hard
Smarties
candy.
are still around.
Yeah, I figured they were. I just gotta go to Walmart and look.
Yeah, you can get them. The kids just had some the other day. They're still around quite regularly. You find a lot.
Yeah,
You get a lot of them during Halloween.
Yeah. That's
Quit
what I'm
sending
gonna
all
miss.
that rain over here, damn it. Keep it over
She
there in
got all the
Louisiana.
good candy for Halloween.
Hey, Rod, how's it going?
You're gonna get some more next week too.
It's
'Cause
hump
we're gonna
day.
get hammered Friday.
Up day.
Hammered. What
Yeah,
kind
we're
of
getting
rum you
hammered
drink?
on
What kind of rum
Friday.
you drinking or whiskey?
No. Well,
Not
I
that
got
kind of
hammered
hammered?
last night. I got hammered last night. God darn it, I didn't mean to. Justin went
Oh.
kayaking the other day and he bought some what's it called? Twisted tea.
Mm,
And
mhm,
he put about 8 of them in the refrigerator. And he
mhm.
told me, he said, yeah, they sneak up on you. And I drank 2 of them last night and I was buzzing. Because I don't drink. I drank the first one. I said, man, it tastes good. So I went and got a second one and drank it. And all of a sudden I'm buzzing. I said, look at this. I might have to go buy me some. Because it don't take much.
Yeah, and they're very they don't taste like alcohol too much. They actually taste
Oh,
more
it
like
tasted
tea.
like good sweet tea.
Yeah. You can taste the alcohol, but it's very mild.
Yeah. But it's 5%.
Which
Yeah.
if you're somebody that doesn't like the taste of alcohol, it's a good drink.
Yeah, there's one over in a brewery over in Sanford, called Cider Boys. It's apple cider, alcohol with different things.
Is it Dickens?
Strawberry, pineapple. They make different versions of it, but it's kind of similar.
wasn't
It's just that
Dickens,
it's an
though.
apple cider alcohol.
What
you,
they call
no,
take-
Joe, you want one that's, gonna mess you up a mixed drink, Joe, out of a can, go get 4 Locos.
Uh-huh.
Think Twisted Tea is strong? Drink 2 of those and tell me how you feel. That's energy drink and, alcohol mix. Those things are rough, man.
Oh, a bit like a vodka and Red Bull.
It's similar, yeah, yeah, and they're called, 4 Locos, and the name definitely matches, what you get out of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. Walmart says they have them. But I can get it on Amazon for the same price and have them tomorrow.
Well, what kind of alcohol's in it?
It doesn't say. It's gotta be something. It almost it tastes like a vodka or something like this.
Kind of get you
Almost like a
drunk.
vodka type of taste.
They're not like rare. You can go to any liquor store and buy them.
Oh, yeah. No, I was talking about the Smarties.
Oh,
Amazon's got them. I can get them tomorrow. Hey, we want 2 different conversations.
Oh, you can go to Walmart and buy bags of Smarties.
True.
So you want to see what I do when I'm bored?
What's up, Andrew?
Let me share.
What's up?
This is my Nazgul. This is my Nazgul. This is yesterday. Mm. So I like doing these dives. Looking straight down. Although I will say there's one, because I actually took a screenshot of it and sent it to somebody. It was pretty
When I
good
get bored, I
looking
just
straight
talk.
up.
Are you referring to Maddie?
No.
That's what, Andrew.
What's up, Joe?
Andrew, what's up?
Mark? Paul?
So that's my house. I like
Yeah,
doing
like
it.
TJ.
I just fly around, pop up. This guy here on the right, he's my Air Force guy. He loves my drones. So I fly
Is
around
he-
his house a lot.
Is he jealous that he doesn't have a drone?
No, stop. Notice this picture. God, that's a hell of a picture. Notice what's right here. It's the moon.
The plane. That's the moon.
No, it's the moon. That's a hell of a good picture right there.
Oh, I see the one now.
And then that view on the dive down. You can kind of see why I like that, like doing that move. It's a nice, pretty view.
It is pretty.
I've got some 2-liter bottles of cream soda. Dusty.
Ooh, cream soda.
Yeah.
Just don't do the straight down dive and end up in the pond.
Well,
Can't
that
say
would
as I'm
only
all
happen if like I lost a prop. I do kind of worry about that, but I have been going over the water more.
Well,
I'm not-
luckily your
I'm not so
pond
scared
is
of it.
Rod,
luckily your pond is small.
Yeah, but it could have a gator in it. I'm waiting for the gator to show up. I'll definitely take the
Gator could jump up and snatch that right out of the air, couldn't he?
probably. I've taken my camera drone and crap, the one gator, I must have been 2 foot above his head before I
that
finally
is-
got him to go underwater.
Rod, that is a camera drone.
Well, yeah, I suppose technically it
Technically
is. Yeah,
speaking.
yeah, it's got a camera on it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the 03 air unit. It takes pretty good video.
It does.
So
I mean, the greens are crisp.
yeah,
They're not. It's not
can't
It's not oversaturated.
Is that your favorite drone?
actually the smaller one. This is my 5-inch drone. The smaller one is just a blast. It's more nimble. Although this one is not bad since I put the new motors on it.
Which one is faster? The smaller one?
I think this one, this 5-inch for the most part, is probably a smidge faster.
Yeah, it's got more. It's got more.
Well, it does
power.
now because I swapped the motors out. The interesting part of it is I've swapped from my 4-bladed props to my 3-bladed props with a really high pitch on it, god damn, those motors make those props whistle. Even at kind of lower throttle, the props are whistling on it. So those new motors have got some oomph to them.
2 months oomph.
I'm not sure yet. I'm still getting used to it.
Mhm.
I'm still getting used to the sound. It almost sounds like one of the props is loose, but I tighten the props down and no, the props aren't loose. It's just that it's spinning. It's almost like yeah.
Just don't do what some people did with the Avata and over tighten the screws. Isn't that what they
Yeah,
did?
this is an M5 nut that you're screwing the prop down with, so you don't have that problem. But yeah, it's obviously being 2050 kV, it's spinning those props pretty fast, and that's what's causing it to sort of make the whistling sound. And the prop that I put on there is a really high pitch 3-bladed. So I've got some others that are less pitch that I'll probably try putting on at some point. They'll spin easier, but the motors aren't getting hot. That's the interesting part. After I landed, I checked the motors to see whether it acts like the motors are working hard, and the motors aren't hot for the touch, so they're not working hard.
Yes, Dusty. Do you see Dusty in the chat there, Rod?
What was his question?
The greens are greener, reds are redder. Oh, the colors.
Hey,
Yeah.
Justin, private chat. Justin, private chat.
Okay, hold on a second.
So anyways, that's why I don't run a GoPro. Don't need the GoPro. The O3 Air unit produces some good video.
You could use the GoPro shooting yourself, flying the drone.
Yeah, I know.
Don't say
I
shooting
don't.
yourself. Do not say shooting yourself.
Yeah.
True, Tim.
Gotta test a bulletproof vest somehow.
Yeah.
Make sure it works.
Don't do it on a live
Oh.
stream.
Well, yeah.
Kitty. I see a kitty.
It's like the trick guy that tried to catch the bullet out of the air.
She must know when we're on stream, Dominic. What's up, Noonie? What's up, Mike?
4-blade,
What's up,
3-blade.
peeps? What's
God,
up,
I'd
peeps?
love to find a.
How is it down under?
It's under.
Ooh, but they're out of stock. Damn it. There's a Hex 5-blade prop. Wonder if
You know, it's a similar problem. Last few weeks been doing some work in the yard, so we've been doing some shopping at Home Depot. Part of the time you get to their website, it gives you a different location than the one closest to you. It gives me the one 2 hours south of me.
Mm.
Why?
They just want you to take a nice drive. They think you haven't been out of your house enough, so they're just trying to make sure you get out of the house and get a nice little drive.
Except the Home Depot is about 2 miles that way.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, does that one deliver?
They can. Right now, delivery fee is about $35.
It's only 2 miles
God,
away.
For 2 miles? Stuff that.
Walk it. Walk it. It's only 2 miles.
It'd be cheaper to hire a pickup and go and get it yourself.
Yep.
Walk.
Traffic through there is a pain, no, Tim. A lot of traffic.
More reason to walk.
Hmm.
Yeah, walk and carry 2 tons of stone back on you in your handbag.
Oh yeah, easy wheelbarrow. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
wheelbarrow.
always think. You just take a
Wheelbarrow's easy.
wheelbarrow.
And make 6 strips. Yeah.
What about motorized wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Motorized
cheaper.
wheelbarrow. That's for
Yeah,
fun.
you can get motorized wheelbarrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rigger.
Uh,
Hi, Mark.
So Mark,
I'm
I don't know how legal it is driving a Bobcat down the middle of the road.
yeah,
You
you
know,
can do it. Go do it.
Yeah, it has to have a registration plate on it, though.
What if you
Just
put the
take
slow
that
moving
tractor.
vehicle sign on it?
the shovel on a Bobcat's not big enough to carry much.
It's true.
I used to shape driveways with Bobcat.
Do you prefer the Bobcat with the tracks on it or the wheel?
Wheels,
Wheels easily.
more movement, better movement. Doesn't scuff the ground up so much.
Yeah, the tracks tear everything up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Especially on a site that you're pulling up the grass and everything. You don't want to fuck up the other part of the grass. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my neighbor does some odd jobs with his Bobcat, so
Yeah, I used to because I used to make money on the sides with the Bobcat. My buddy owned it, and I used to run it off of him to do odd jobs.
Do you still have it?
Oh shit, that was 25 years ago. I'm not sure.
I bet it's still running, Tim.
Probably is. That thing took a lot.
Well,
I mean,
if it is, it's still in America.
Hmm.
those engines are strong.
I loved it. Nice.
What do they use? Caterpillar engines in it, or
Pretty sure. Cat. Yeah. I'm pretty sure back then they didn't even have the track Bobcats back then. They did. I'm pretty sure the cats or the Bobcats with the
Yeah,
tracks didn't come
the
out.
tracked ones didn't come out until like 7 years ago.
oh,
Yeah, that's what I think. 10, maybe 7, 10. We have things over here. It's called a dingo. It's a stand
I
up.
was just going to bring the dingo up. I was
Yeah.
going to mention that
I,
one.
I used to use that when I put fiberglass pools in. I did that for 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominic, that always happens if you don't cook them properly.
No,
They're pretty cool
I
to
was going
play
to
with.
mention the dingo.
Yeah. They're pretty cool to
Right.
play with.
Yeah, they are very useful.
It was good when you're doing coping around the pool because you can put the gravel around it. And,
Yep.
Pretty simple.
but from what I understand, fiberglass pools in certain grounds, if the ground shifts a little bit, part of the fiberglass pool cracks.
No. That's not how you put fiberglass pools in. You dig
You
out.
have to
You
round
dig
it
the
with
size of the
sand
pool.
and concrete.
You dig out. Go ahead, Mark.
No, I'm just saying, don't you have to surround them with sand and concrete?
No, you dig out the hole for the size of the pool, and you put it
Yeah.
about maybe 500 more deeper and wider, and then you go around. Set the it's still on the hoist. You set it in there, and you just get this laser level, and then you put crusher dust around it, and you get it nice to a level, and then you keep on working on it, and then you compact the crusher dust, and then you fill it up with a quarter of water that give it that heaviness to sink a little bit with the crusher dust. Do another optic laser on it, and then you put the rest of the dirt and the crusher dust in, and Bob's your uncle. You just can't get in that pool for about 2 days.
Yeah.
If you do, it'll fuck the level
Wreck
up.
it.
And then 2 days later, I come back. Well, I did come back and do the coping around it, and that's 500 off of the shelf of the pool.
Yeah.
Did many people screw that up?
One.
And then you
the
have to come
whole-
back?
The year that I did fiberglass pools, one guy did it, and then he claimed that it was our fault. But when we got there to inspect it, his footprint was at the bottom of the damn pool.
What's up, Burger?
So he was kind of
Evidence.
stupid on that. Yeah, evidence.
You should
So
have
he
taken
had-
it.
No, he had to repay it. He had to pay for us to drain the pool, bring it back out, level it up again, and redo it. His fault.
Yeah, his fault. Because you saw evidence that it was his boot.
Mhm.
Hmm.
His foot, yeah. No, that putting in fiberglass pools, man, I put that about second hardest job I've ever done. That is some hard work. 12-hour
Yeah.
days, because you can't leave until that pool's level.
Mm.
And sometimes you get a bitch of the fiberglass pools. They're so big that Jesus. It's mostly they're called Olympic pools. We mostly put them in.
50 meters.
Ooh,
Thick is the fiberglass then?
I
Yeah, they're fiberglass. Yeah, our competitor was the concrete pool company around here, and
Hmm.
I don't know. People like concrete a lot, but they like the fiberglass because, like, down the road, if they sell that house, they can have it taken out. They can have it whatever they want to do with the new owners.
What thickness is the fiberglass?
Oh, I reckon an inch.
Yeah. It's going to say about 25
About an
Well,
mil.
make-
inch. Yeah.
Reasonably solid then, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
really-
solid, bro.
really solid.
Yeah,
yeah, they're solid. They're
solid.
one piece. They're one
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah.
They use
they're
a
pretty
crane
durable.
to hoist it out and put it in the ground.
Yep.
that's right.
I've seen it done.
Yeah, I've seen it. I was there
Yeah.
every damn day.
Yeah.
Wait.
You'd be, I've seen it done a couple of times and you'd be
Uh,
sitting there thinking, just don't drop the bastard.
Yeah. Yeah. If you remember on the news, Dominic, it was about 19 years ago up here in Queensland.
Yeah.
A pool company had a crane. It was going over a house with the crane, and
Yeah.
the crane went into the house. I don't know if you heard
Yeah.
about that.
I was working up to that one.
Yeah. And guess who
Jesus.
it was? Guess who it was? It was the company that I worked for.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. 6 months later, he went into liquidation.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. It was hilarious.
I think he went a little too far. He extended the boom too far.
He didn't have enough weight on it, counterweight on it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Guy has those props on his ass. Cool.
You got to remember the counterweights. Yeah.
Did I just hear Lance?
Yeah. I think Hot Rod's probably looking at a video or something.
No, race day quads. I'm looking at props.
Maybe it just came on for 1 second because I'd looked away. I looked
Yeah.
away from the camera. I looked away from the camera because I got a little black cat absolutely terrorizing my room. So
My cats are outside on the lanai, I think.
well, luckily my dog was eating when the neighbor's cat was just strolling through the backyard, because otherwise I might have needed a new door.
I
My
woke
cat.
up and walked into the living room to get
What?
my coffee, and I saw that spider legs on the damn floor. She tore the hell out of it.
Tim, you're coming and going, buddy.
I was going to say,
Yeah, we didn't hear a word of
You're-
that, Tim.
is that me or is Tim
Oh,
going
yeah.
down? Like,
It sounded like a robot.
yeah.
Did I? Sorry.
Roboto.
Yes.
No, I said
Completely
I woke up-
unintelligible.
I woke up in the morning and found spider legs on the floor. Serenity tore apart a spider.
Ooh, how big a spider would it have been?
It was a big huntsman. Yeah.
Oh, a big one.
Like
A huntsman spider's about this big, right? Like a softball.
Yeah,
Like
about the size of my hand. Size of my hand.
a wolf,
Yeah.
a wolf spider on the other hand is like this.
Yeah, that's the same as a huntsman. They're the same family. Huntsman is wolf spider.
Huntsman
Well,
will shadow,
Oh,
shadow
okay.
box with you.
Yeah, they will.
Wait, Justin has found one?
Why did
I
she
don't know
leave the
how she
legs?
saw it.
Is there no meat on the legs or something?
She left them, and parts of the body was all up. She tore the hell out of it. But
No,
the
it
thing
was,
is, I don't know how the hell she saw it because the place was pitch dark.
Oh, they can.
Mainly
they can see
because
it
they can see in the dark.
The cat's eyes are made for darkness.
It's
Yeah,
unreal.
they're a nocturnal animal.
Just like
That's
the
crazy.
bobcat, the puma.
Dude, if my cat's like
Unless-
a bobcat, I'm leaving. She can have the house.
You're doing the robot thing again.
Yeah.
She looks like.
I-
Yeah, it's good internet. Yep.
Are you still on the satellite thing? The
Well, no, I think he's at work.
He's at work.
oh, okay.
I'm at work.
Mobile.
This is on my mobile. Yeah.
Do they have
No.
Wi-Fi there?
Not
No,
on a building
I'm on
site. No.
Telstra.
Oh,
I'm on
outside.
Telstra.
Okay.
He just taps into whatever is there.
No, I don't tap into anything. I'm on the Telstra plan. Well,
Mobile data.
prepaid. Right.
Are you on
Telstra is
5G?
sort of like Telstra is sort of like a Bell telephone back then.
Well, that's what I mean. Do they have 100% coverage? Obviously not.
It sucks on cloudy days and shit. At the best times, it sucks.
When it rains, does your cell signal go?
No, it's hardline. It's like I said, it's a phone. It's
It goes to a tower.
Mm,
right. It's just like your phone at your house or your cell that you carry, your phone that you carry, just like that.
You know, just because he's in Australia, Andrew, doesn't mean that he's really third world.
true.
Yeah,
Andrew,
he's
oh,
not quite there
switch
yet.
together.
It's more like fourth world than third.
Fourth
world.
world.
You know.
Oh, kiss my
He's got to rub
But I
sticks
would have
together in a little smoke to get it right.
Well, Tim,
I would have better internet.
Tim, didn't you say, Tim, that you didn't even have to wear shoes when you go into a restaurant?
No,
How's it
dude,
go?
Some of them.
Try banging the rocks together, guys.
So what's up, Joe?
Oh, nothing. I'm getting 80 questions right now from all the kids about Carol.
Oh, that must be fun.
Yeah, they want to know how long were they married, how old was she, and all of that.
Now,
They gonna make
died-
60
she
years.
died this morning, Joe, or
3 in the morning. 3 in the
3
morning.
o'clock this morning?
Yeah, they would have made 60 years in June.
Oh, how old was she, if you don't mind? Like 80s?
Yeah, she was 80. Just turned 80.
Still young.
Wait till you get to be that age. There's nothing young, anything
Well,
past 65.
My grandparents were married for 65 or 66 years. Happily married. Are you okay, Raf?
Yeah, I'm shopping.
Okay, I'm just making sure you weren't frozen. For a second, you looked like you froze.
That's because I was staring at my screen.
Don't be
you
silly.
know.
He's in Florida. It's boiling hot.
Is it warm in Florida, Ron?
Let's see here. Let me look at UAV forecast. No, it's only 80 degrees
It-
today. It's not bad.
But Rod, is the humidity way up here?
Yeah, it's humid
Ah.
today.
Humidity feels like 80% here.
It's because the rain has been coming in all day long. So yeah, it's humid in the air. Just like it is at Joe's place.
What have we got?
Is it humid in the UK there, Mark?
It's cold. It's 13 degrees centigrade. 7 to 12 miles an hour winds from the east. 0% probability of rain.
Oh, it's cool there.
100% cloud cover. KP index of 3. It don't say it don't say humidity in UAV forecast, so I'll have to have a look at the weather app.
Sounds kind of a nasty day.
Yeah, it's been raining all afternoon, but
I wonder, is that rain from us, from the United States?
no, it's been coming from the east, so it's been coming from
Oh.
Europe. Humidity 92%.
Ooh. Yeah, you're humid. You're 55 degrees Fahrenheit and 85% humidity. So, yeah.
I'm not sure what 13 degrees centigrade is.
13 Celsius is about 55 Fahrenheit.
In Fahrenheit.
13 degrees Celsius is 55.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 55.4 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, well, I'm lower than that one.
Was it 40? Was it feel like 45 then?
I'm just calculating for you.
And we were forecast thunder today, but we didn't get any.
Oh, bugger.
And it got as high as 18. Tomorrow it's going to get high 18, low 10.
I've got 41 Fahrenheit.
Ooh, Dominic, you got Mark beat. Wait, is it your weather you have now? Is it Mark supposed to have the weather?
Dominic is now in
He's
autumn.
in winter.
Or
I'm
fall.
almost. I'm at the tail end of fall.
So yeah.
The tail
And
end of it.
Yeah,
And we're heading towards winter.
we're in spring going into summer.
If you're at 40 degrees, you're already in winter. That's cold.
True.
No, it's not.
It is cool. It's cool, very cool, but it's not freezing cold yet.
It's
Yeah, but you don't have to have snow and be below freezing for it to be cold.
Oh, it's
Look,
not even that cold in
in-
Melbourne in the winter. They get down into the 50s for
what-
highs.
40,
For us,
40,
that kind of temperature's normal.
40 degrees in Rod's neck of the woods.
It's
Everybody
freezing.
goes indoors.
In the winter, we get the lows of that low for sure.
A lot of people go indoors when it's 40 or below. Yes.
yeah, well, so
They go indoors. They go indoors to get warm when it's below 70 if they're from Florida.
Yeah, I was going to say the good thing is when I hear the temperature's 40 and it's got an F on it, that's good. But if it's 40 and it's got a C on it, then I'm in trouble. That's 104 Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
So
we don't get
like the 40F.
the highest we will ever get, I think, has been 32 centigrade.
What?
It's never been
Well,
higher than that. Yeah.
I'm going to say, don't come to Australia then.
Oh, that ain't
Yeah,
nothing.
don't.
That's
I've had 42,
that's-
43.
I've had 47, but you go at the Marble Bar in Western Australia where they had 8 days over 49.
Yeah, screw that. Well,
Yeah, I know.
Jason, Justin was on a Zoom call with me when I was putting that aircon together, and it was 38 Celsius. I was sweating like a
The
madman.
one, yeah, 100.
That's about 115 to 120 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 49 is. 49's 120.
That's Death Valley temperatures right there in
Yeah, I know.
California.
Yeah.
I know.
And Death Valley is like the hottest spot in the United States.
I mean, that's not
Oh,
just the
Marble
problem
Bar.
with it. The humidity is the problem with it.
Oh,
Humidity is like-
and it was humid up there.
yeah,
It's
look,
trying to think. It's the
you can cut it like a knife.
yeah,
With a knife.
Dry
yeah.
heat's much better.
Northwest Land Division of Western Australia.
Cut it like a knife. That's pretty good. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
115 is too hot for me.
115. I've been there once. And
Well,
below
you
that-
remember, you remember Mika Steve? He was in he had a 40 degrees and above for 2 weeks.
yeah,
Crazy.
That's
that was
warm.
in Mika Third. It's Western Australia.
our February 2009, we had 5 days above 45. And then we had that massive bushfire that killed 173 people.
I grew up in
We
the
had
desert.
fires.
105, 110 was normal during the summer.
98
I've been to the
to
Middle-
102 is usually where we sit at for most of the Melbourne summer.
I've been to
Yeah,
the
about
Middle
that.
East where it's like 45 degrees centigrade at night.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going there.
That's warm.
Yeah.
I was working out west, and my girlfriend was back home, and I called her every night at 8 p.m. And 8 p.m. I'm sitting out there in the pool drinking a beer, and I said, "How you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I just lit the fire and got us up." warm." I was like, "How cold is it?" She goes, "Oh, it's 15 degrees Celsius." I was like, "What?" And it was like 28 where I was. I was in a pool at 8 p.m. at night.
I think Death Valley hit a record
Singapore's another
last.
bad.
Yeah, I think Death Valley hit a record last year of like 129. I think.
Yes, they
I
did.
think it was last year or the year before they hit.
51, 52, yeah.
Mm.
Wouldn't that start
But-
exploding bricks? Fuck it.
Yeah. The sort of thing you can do when you you can fry an egg on the sidewalk.
I'll tell
Oh,
you,
that's
air
another-
conditioner.
Right.
I don't know if y'all remember, but we were on Rogers stream, and that bloke, that's what he did. He fried an egg right there on cam,
Yeah.
right in his driveway. I forget his name, but yeah,
Well, you can
Russell.
do-
Russell was his name.
Well, you got to remember too, even when it's 105, 110 out, like in the deserts in California, the road itself can be 130,
140,
140.
150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I
you can
fish
do
in the
sidewalk.
summertime, I just take alpha oil with me and lemon, salt, little coriander.
Yeah, just leave it
and
in
I
the
put it
sun.
in the alpha oil. Yeah, I put it in the sand, and it cooks it within 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
That's
Oh,
quick.
Don't
used to get really hot in the Seychelles when we went over there. And it's only like 6 degrees below the equator.
What's
Mm.
up, Rigger?
Oh,
So you've been to the Seychelles, Mark?
My ex-wife was a Seychellois.
So you have been outside the UK?
Me?
Hey, he
I've
just
been
said he
all
was
over.
in the Middle East.
Yeah.
You've
I've
never
been
been
to
to
the
the US,
Philippines.
though, right?
I've never been to the
No, I've
Seychelles.
never been to the US. I've been to about 10 or 12 countries in Europe.
That's easy to
Um,
get to.
Yeah. The Seychelles, Kenya.
Kenya would be interesting.
The
Yeah,
Philippines.
if you live over there, you have no excuse not to go to a bunch of countries.
Did you go
There's
to
at least 10 countries you can go to when you're in
Yeah.
the UK.
The US, you either got Canada or Mexico.
Yeah.
You
And
can
in
go down to South
Australia-
America if you want.
And in Australia, we've got Australia.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you've got New Zealand.
Yeah,
What
but what,
the hell?
what I'm saying is, you can take a train to part of Europe if you're in the UK.
Yep.
And
Through the
if
Channel Tunnel.
And we have to take either a boat or a plane to Tasmania, and that's still part of Australia.
Oh, they
Well,
got the ferry.
We have to take a boat or a plane to
ferry.
Ireland
Spirit of Tasmania.
or the Isle of
Yeah,
Man
Spirit of Tasmania.
or the Isle of Wight
You can expect a
or the
high
Ferry.
Shetland Islands. They're all part of the UK.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Tasmania. I'm going to Tasmania next year. I got to see a buddy over there about something.
Mark,
Been
have
saying
you
it for
been to
20 years.
Ireland?
He keeps on inviting me over for fishing, trout fishing.
Yeah.
He makes fly rods and sells them.
Yep.
He hand makes
One of the
makes
best.
them.
One of the best spots you can go for fly fishing.
Yep.
If you're a fly
Is it?
fisher, you go to Tasmania.
It's going to
Scotland.
be about an $800 trip though, because that's what he charges for a fucking fishing rod or more.
Yeah.
I've got
It's
2
crazy.
fly rods and a couple of fly reels.
Oh, I love them. I love fly fishing. Fun as hell.
I think you can fly home with that, can't you?
Yeah.
Yes, I can. It'll be in a bamboo case, little cylinder. But he's going to put my name on it and everything. And yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I used to work with him about 19 years ago. Scotty.
I can see it now. The label says Tim Jackson, best fisherman ever.
Yeah, right. Fuck. Might as well give it away if it says that.
We have never
Well,
seen Tim catch a fish in all the times he's been fishing.
Yeah.
Nope.
I always fish in a bucket.
That's right. I couldn't even shoot a goddamn fish in a bucket.
Hey Frank. Say hello to Jody.
Hey, Jody. Frank, Jody.
Hey, Frank.
Ex-mayor of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You're awfully
Hey, Jody.
quiet there, Dusty.
He can't get a word in edgeways with Eddie.
Yeah.
He's probably getting ready for another cruise.
Yeah.
Dusty.
Ugh.
Hey, Frank, how's it going?
Frank the Tank. Is that Frank the Tank or Frank Rizzo?
Nah, Frank as in
Frank
Frank
Rizzo,
Rizzo.
as in Jody.
Jody and Jody.
That's
Ex-mayor
his
of Philadelphia.
that's his other name, Frank Rizzo.
Alter
Yeah, I know
ego.
that. Yeah, I know that. That's when he's on his phone. That's the ex-mayor of Philadelphia. So, you got to keep
Yeah.
it short.
Hello.
I don't know. Did
I
Frank
guess-
Rizzo, did he die? Did he die? I think he
Ah.
died.
I know.
I know the former mayor of Boston passed because he was much older.
No, I'm talking about Frank Rizzo, the ex-mayor of Philadelphia. No, that was back in the 80s when he was mayor.
Echo, is Frank Rizzo dead?
Yeah.
Frank Rizzo died on the 16th of July 1991 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
That's
July
that's-
There's your
1991.
answer.
Mm-hmm.
33 years ago.
Yes, that answers your
1991.
question.
Yeah, that answers the question at least.
He must have had a heart attack. That was when all the mob and everybody was really strong in Philadelphia and New York.
Oh, they had.
Jersey.
Yeah.
There's a documentary. There's a few documentaries about the mob in New York and Philly.
About the one in Jersey.
Oh,
Mm.
That
that
was a
too.
big mob too.
Hey,
Big mob.
Michael, cool cat.
What's
Cool
up,
cat.
Cat?
Stay cool, bro. Had some tea with your crumpets.
Where's
Mhm.
Justin eating dinner?
You don't eat crumpets at this time of the night.
morning here.
Yeah, you got to have a breakfast, and you got to have Vegemite on it.
It's 20 past 11.
I'll let you two debate on the better Vegemite.
Yeah, you can have crumpets for breakfast. You can have crumpets for afternoon tea if you
Yeah, I
wish.
usually have a crumpet. I'll have one. I can sometimes have one for breakfast and then one or for afternoon tea.
One?
Yeah, one. I've got to cut down.
They're only
mine-
little,
I go into hospital this time tomorrow.
unless you get the Warburton's giant crumpets, which are
I
about,
was gonna.
Yeah, I know.
about
The
3
twice
inches
the size
diameter.
one.
They're much better.
He's
Yeah,
cutting
I was
back.
gonna
They're
right?
ask
hard,
the
they're
big.
hard to find here.
I was gonna ask the big ones or the small ones.
Holden,
Hey, Dominic,
Holden-
how long are they planning on keeping you in the hospital?
it could be it could be 24 hours. And that's what they're saying.
That's how long
So,
I was
please,
kind of
Saturday
in with
after-
mine.
My time.
Bring your charger for your phone.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
And do you know
I'm
what
with
they
you.
call the thinner square ones?
No.
Falafel.
Chris?
They're called pikelets.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
pipe
yeah.
ones, yeah. I used to fold them up and put jelly in the middle.
Jelly in your
Alright.
crumpets?
No, pilots.
Pikelets.
Beautiful.
They're like crumpets, only
Pikelets.
thinner.
They're real thin. You can roll them up and stuff and make it like a calzone.
Well, they're not that thin, but yeah.
No, but they're good. I like them.
That'd
Oh,
be a different
that'd be like a thin pancake, right?
Sort of.
because I just
Sort
saw
of.
a video of putting peanut butter and jelly inside a waffle.
Jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that.
I mean jam.
Nothing wrong with that.
You mean jam.
Yeah, except for the fact that it's jam. Yeah.
Well, it said it was peanut butter and jelly inside a
Yeah,
waffle.
with
That's
jam.
It's not our
It's
fault we
preservative.
call jam jelly.
It's
Call
preservative.
jelly what you will.
Yes,
Preservative.
Dusty, yes and no. It is, but it isn't.
What?
We keep telling you, jelly is made from gelatin.
Tim, Dusty is asking, is weed
Is
legal
weed
in
legal in
Australia?
Australia? Yes, it is, but it's not.
I couldn't hear you. Couldn't hear you. What'd you say, Andrew?
Is weed legal in Australia? Dusty asks.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Yes, but the amount of
Medically-
paperwork you've got to go through and the amount of paperwork that you've got to go through the GP and then you've got to go through another company because I actually looked into it and then it's absolutely expensive. It's like 150. It's only medicinal. Yes, that is correct. And then you have to fill out forms. You've got to go to GPs, and then you go from a GP to a telehealth where they speak to you over the phone, and then from over the phone,
Well,
the next level is a visual.
now,
Yeah,
is it like
they-
true medical or is it the bullshit medical that they say over here where you can pretty much say anything hurts and they'll give you weed for it?
No, you gotta prove it. You gotta prove your
Or
condition.
you gotta be like dying to actually get it.
No.
No,
Because over here you
No.
could be like, my thumb hurts, and they'll be like marijuana.
No,
no, you gotta prove it.
basically, you need to have your medical history has to be something of, what do you call it?
You'd have to have like cancer or something serious.
No.
You gotta
if
be
you
on-
also do it for
Okay.
mental health. So if you've gone through a
gotta
mental health program and they recommend you use it,
Jump up.
then that recommendation will go to
Jump up.
the
Lay down.
I think it's called dispensary or dispensable or something like that because I've actually done the paperwork for it.
Well, a
gotta
dispensary
be
is just another name for a chemist. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gotta be on.
Now, Dominic,
You
when
gotta
they
be-
do it, do they just
Oh,
put the
fuck's
two,
sake.
the two incisions and then go in through your
I
skin?
don't even know why you try, Tim.
Yes, that is correct, Paul.
Yeah.
It's laparoscopic.
Laparoscopic, yeah.
Laparoscopic.
keyhole surgery.
Laparoscopy. Yes, that's correct. Jesus.
All right,
That's
That's
what
a
was
hard
Tim
word to
saying? Hold on,
say.
hold on. What was Tim saying? Go ahead, Tim.
He's dropped
he
out.
left.
And anyway, weed is legal
Say
in
hi,
every
Angel.
country in the world until you get caught.
Well, if we just got rid of laws altogether, nothing would be illegal.
Frank was going to trade you a pound, I think, of weed for the Inspire.
It's
Paul?
already gone. He hasn't got an Inspire.
I don't have an
What's that?
Inspire.
No, he'd return that.
No, he was going to trade you a pound of weed, I think, for the Inspire.
Ain't nobody
He
want
went
that
back
cheap.
last week.
Tell him nobody wants that cheap shake of his.
Here you go, Dominic. Blue eyes.
Yay.
Ooh, is that Siamese cat?
This is Angel. No, she's a
No.
ragdoll. Both my cats are ragdolls.
Siamese are extremely short hair.
She's trying to tell me she went outside.
My cat's outside.
Be careful with the pond and the gator.
I have a pool cage. So they wander around the pool cage. So
Yeah,
it's
cats
great.
aren't
He's around
daft.
his pool.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, not entirely, Tim. But you do have to go through a mental health 10 program checkup, and if they feel that the medical or medicinal cannabis is appropriate for you, they will write a script. Because I know I've actually got some. It costs $150,
What?
and you get
Jesus.
Did
How
they
much- how
forget
much did
about-
you
$50 and you get
How much do you get for that?
10 grams. What
$150 for 10 grams?
is? Yeah, 10 grams.
Holy crap.
what happened
So,
to the process of
$15 a
keeping
gram.
it? Dominic,
Yeah,
what
it's
happened
not terrible.
to
It actually doesn't sound terribly bad.
what happened
Yeah.
to this
It's not that bad.
process in making it easy, like keeping it simple?
The foggiest idea on what you get in a plastic bag. Don't
Andrew,
worry.
Andrew, you're talking
Yeah, I
about
don't know.
States,
I
not
don't
the
know all the
US.
numbers.
It's
I went through
25
the program. It was
25
actually
pounds for a
recommended to me.
Mike.
It was actually recommended to me to get rid of headaches. Oh, sorry,
Tim,
migraine. No,
Tim
you've
Jackson.
got to go through. You got to go through. I went through a lot. It took me about 3 months to get the paperwork done, and then
Maybe Tim.
If I'd known it helped you get rid of the ex-wife, I'd have tried some earlier.
no, as I said, you've really got to go through a lot because medical history of migraine, so they recommended it to me.
There's a few rare seizure disorders. The only thing that works is marijuana.
Yeah.
No other medication works but marijuana.
Yeah.
That's not a medication. It doesn't actually cure anything. It just makes the symptoms
Ease
less
the
bad.
symptoms. Jonathan Jackson.
Because
John,
some have
what's up,
gone
my
from
family?
like 200 seizures a day to like
I wish it was
4.
that easy, Mike. I wish it was that easy. But no, it was.
Captain Joe's dog takes marijuana for his seizures, doesn't it, Joe?
Yep. Give me that. Yeah, I take 3 of them out in the morning and put them over there, and I make sure he gets 1 in the afternoon and then 1 at night. You give him 1 in the morning.
How you doing, Mike?
We gained another mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, regular said pre-ditchweed is still ditchweed.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yeah, I didn't do it face to face. I did it pretty much like this. It was a Zoom call. The phone call, it was one phone call first, and then we discussed the situation, and then we did a video call, and then the paperwork.
Hey,
Was
Jonathan.
was the paperwork like this?
I always keep an eye on the chat.
Was the paperwork like this thick? Dominic,
Was that?
was paperwork like this thick?
Not really, no. It was about 3 or 4 pages,
Wow.
but it was a 30-minute discussion
Hmm.
where they looked at my medical history, they looked at the anxiety problems that I have, and the mental health plan that I went through, where you see a psychiatrist like this 10 times and you talk over your issues. And then they looked at my medical history of pain in my neck, and they said, well, yeah,
There we're back to the ex-wife again.
yeah.
Yeah, remember that.
No, it's not a pain in I would have said that was pain in the ass rather than pain in the neck.
If it were taking marijuana to get rid of the ex-wife, I think Joe might have tried it.
Nah. If she wanted to get rid of me, I didn't want to get rid of her.
Just very careful where I use it, because the court system hasn't really caught up yet. It's still it's still in its very infancy, even though I've got a signed letter by the dispensary stating that I am capable of using it and allowed to use it. They still a little bit iffy on it. So if I'm going to do it, I usually do one before bed.
Hey, Joe, have you got me covered?
Yeah, we're good.
We've all got you covered.
Another ship there, Paul?
Yep.
Go for it. Yeah, as I said, even though I've got the paperwork, legal paperwork stating it.
As long as you have a letter from the dispensary and a signed letter from your primary doctor who has seen that letter.
Yeah.
That should be enough, with enough information in them, that they should take that without issue.
Not if you're caught driving.
Why, it's the same way as over here, right? You can get a fucking prescription from a doctor for a class 1 narcotic, like, you know, opioids, and that's okay for companies to accept, but you get a medical card from a doctor, and marijuana's a big stigma, and they still won't hire you because
I know.
And they're both Schedule 1.
I'm going to say the one good thing is, when the operation finishes, they will give me some endone. So I'm happy with that, because that's good painkiller.
What?
Is that the strong stuff or the medium stuff?
No, it's I'll look at because I've got the prescription here. I'm not allowed to fill it until
Dusty, when I was in California, I went to go see one of those doctors with my mom.
And
they literally coached you on what to say. They were like, well, you got headaches? Just say you got headaches.
5 milligram. I've got 5 milligram of oxycodone.
Oh, oxycodone, yeah. That's the strong stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed to touch. I'm not allowed to touch it until after the operation.
Yeah,
Burger. Give me the script.
It took me 2 hours to talk Tim and how to put that graphics card in. It was ridiculous.
Uh,
Yay.
I thought it would have been you or Matt talking him through it.
No.
How many ways
Oh.
can you put it in upside down?
Like I said, it took me 2 hours. He was like right or left on the screw. I don't know.
and my wife and I spent the whole day trying that.
Righty tighty, lefty
What,
loosey.
screwing right and left. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see how many ways we could put it in.
Mm.
Yeah.
I dare him to
Just
put
don't-
it in upside down. I wanna
Just
see
don't
it.
put it. Just don't over tighten,
Mm.
because otherwise you can't get it back on loosen it to get it back out.
No,
Yeah,
you
when
always
over
over
tighten, you gotta have a
tighten.
safe word.
No, to have a permanent fixture, you
Yeah.
make sure you cross thread and then over tighten. Works every time.
Yeah. And you have definitely got to have a safe word.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
hollering orange one time, and I said, "That's my safe word." She goes, "I'm colorblind."
Tim just gave you the finger, Justin.
Mhm.
He's just
You said you were asleep.
mad because of his shortcomings.
Anyways, I need to go relax. You all have fun. See you tomorrow.
See you,
Okay,
Rob.
See
then.
you later.
Hey, Rod. Happy flying.
Yeah, it was all like no, there are screws because you have to take the back plates on to put the graphics card into him. So technically there is 1 to 2 screws to put a GPU in.
Yeah, what, Paul's probably in a hurry. That's
Yeah.
the ship probably trying to catch him.
Because you
Mhm.
have to take the little back plate off the back of the
Another
tower
one?
to slide it in.
Yeah, and then you've got to snap the cover off so that the sockets will show through the back of the case.
That's what I'm
Mm.
talking about, the back plate on the back of the tower. You gotta
Yeah.
unscrew that, pop it out, put your graphics card in, slide it in there, clip it in, and then you screw it back in.
Well, you've got to unscrew 2 or 3 screws to get the side
Yeah.
panel off the computer to get into it.
Oh, it
Gus?
depends on, it really depends on the computer. Some are slide panels, like some are magnetic, some will slide and clip off, and then some use the screws.
Justin,
Depends on
do
what
you
case
see?
you have.
Do you see Tim in the chat, Justin?
I know there's only 1 screw, but it confused the hell out of
No.
me for about
Stop.
5
his
minutes.
the second from last comment.
Yeah, the comment above that.
That's old news, but what I'm saying is, I know it was 1 screw, but it took them 45 minutes to figure it out. It was very frustrating. I had to call him back up. Sean was there, everybody. It was insane.
Oh, we're back up. Oh, no.
Yeah, Justin, just say I had to call the tech team.
I see Dusty has been watching Dazed and Confused. He's talking about George Washington smoking weed. Said Martha Washington was a hip lady. Said George used to come home every day and he'd have a fat one rolled for him.
Roll me a doobie.
It was a classic movie.
I'll let you,
Yeah.
Tim. I'll let you and Justin hash that out. You can respond to that, Justin.
Oh no. Corey was there too. About an hour into it, Corey was in the corner crying. I was screaming, pulling my hair out. It was ridiculous.
Speaking of which, where is Corey?
He's been around. He's been playing Fortnite with us.
He was
almost
on a
every
morning.
day.
He was on a morning stream.
Oh,
2
okay.
days ago.
He was in here earlier. He said
Oh,
something
okay.
about- I
But
think
actually,
said
he was on
something about
camera.
the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Corey was in.
Yeah, at the very beginning, he said something about getting the kids or something.
Got a run
think.
driving kiddies to acrobatics class.
Hmm.
Oh, gymnasts.
Yeah,
I
you're gonna have to
saw-
get. Yeah, you're gonna have to get you a long HDMI cord, Tim, run for your TV.
Yeah, because it's all the way over there on the sofa.
At Walmart, they have a 10-footer, 25, and I think they have a 50-foot HDMI cable. They're expensive though. They're not like Ethernet cables. Ethernet cables are cheap. You can get a 100-foot at Walmart for like $12.
yeah,
I've got 200-foot Ethernet cables.
do you use them?
I
I
got a
used
shit
to. Then I
Dude, I got-
decided that the main socket extenders were much easier.
Hmm.
I get so many I have so many damn Ethernet cables. I got a whole drawer full of them. Brand new ones that have never been used that we've gotten with routers from the internet company. Sean made me a bunch and sent to me. I got so many of them. Sean makes his own Ethernet cables. He's got a big ass roll at his house and he just makes his own.
I used to help my mate out with his company. I used to take a day off work and go and work for him and get paid twice. And I used to install computer networks at bakeries.
No, I've done that. I did. I
Uh,
I was installing networking software in food courts to give them free Wi-Fi.
Bakeries, that's oddly specific. What were they doing?
Well, it was for all the software for like inventory and ordering stuff and working the machines.
Sort of like EFTPOS machines as well, or
Eh?
like the EFTPOS machine. You know, the tap and go, the ATM things. You know, the cash points, whatever you call them.
No, commercial bakeries where they actually make the bread and the
Oh,
pies
yeah.
and cakes and things like that.
Okay.
No, I got a
Would
whole
you-
bunch of different lengths, Jody. I got some 25-footers, 50-footers. I got a couple 100-footers. And then I got a bunch of little like 2-3-foot ones like you're talking about, the yellow ones. But I mean,
Oh,
if you're in a position where you need to make Ethernet cables a lot, it's way cheaper just to make them yourself. But if you're somebody that just needs a 100-foot cable real quick, they're relatively inexpensive just to go buy one.
I got like
Yeah, you
4 or
buy the
6 of
ca-
those little yellow ones.
If it's not the right size, you just buy the cables and make them yourself.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I wouldn't go out and buy all the stuff to make my own cables if I wasn't having to make them
I
all
mean,
the time. That's kind
If
of a
you
waste.
have if you've had several routers, most likely you have extra Ethernet cables.
I'll notice that
Well, but I'm saying if
they're
you're
only
somebody,
about a meter long, the ones you get with the routers.
but if
Yeah,
you
you got to
need
go to the
some,
specialist computer shops to get the longer ones.
but if you're somebody like, say you're at your house and your Ethernet cable takes a shit and
Or
you just need
eBay.
to replace it real quick, just go to Walmart and get one for like 10 or 12 bucks.
Yeah,
can
but the
get a-
trouble is, Cat 6, Cat 7, you might have to get at a specialty shop.
Oh, I bought my 100-footer at Walmart. It was a Cat 6. I paid, I think,
Okay.
12
I
something.
got, I got mine off eBay.
Amazon sells them.
That'd probably be like Officeworks here. But as I said, you can go to the Officeworks, which is probably the same as Walmart, or you can go to the specialty shops. and get
Yeah,
them.
Frank, we did that at my house. Internet
I think Office
Cable.
Works is
Yeah.
more like Staples.
internet plug was on one
Yeah,
side of the
Staples,
room, computer
sorry.
other computers on the other side, so we interconnected them.
Mm,
It was a long ass cord though, but
mm.
Yeah, the 100-footer I have about 20 so feet of it left behind my toolbox.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't need all of it, but I'd rather have extra than, you know, have too short of a cable.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
you
then
can
we
always cut. You can always cut bits off, but you can't add bits if it's too short.
ran one from upstairs down through the ceiling and into the basement for the Xbox. This was back like early, like 2002.
Oh, that's
Like,
a while back.
Yeah.
I have my 5-port.
Hmm.
I don't think
I
I've
have-
used an Ethernet cable since the mid-90s.
I have
You still have one just in case though, right, Mark?
Probably more like 30 or 40. But yeah.
Yeah, I've got several sitting around me.
and I use a 5-port TP link.
Yeah.
Um,
Back in the
that I
day.
have. That's rated up to 2.5 gig speeds.
Yeah.
I can't be asked nowadays to just connect everything by wireless.
Yeah.
Everything in my house is wireless except for my computer. That's the only thing I have ran with Ethernet. So I have a 100-foot cord that I ran along the wall, all the way from the living room to the bedroom.
Yeah, no, my computers are all attached wireless as well. Couldn't believe it.
Oh,
Oh,
for
my
sure, Rigger.
And my TV,
I'd agree with
and the
that. If I
cable.
was gaming, I'd use
TV, the cable, the Android box,
Oh, if you're live streaming or
all the
gaming, I would
speakers.
recommend
Yeah.
Ethernet.
Yeah, you go cable. High bandwidth.
No, just set your router so that it separates the two wireless bands so that you've got a separate 2.4 and a 5.8 and then connect it to the 5.8. You've got all the bandwidth you need.
Ours has that. You have 2 different signals you can connect to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Ours separates them automatically.
it's a dual band or a tri-band depending on which router you got.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get the upmarket ones, you can get the tri-band.
Because the
Yeah, we
tri-bands give you more bandwidth.
We
What's
got
the third band?
ours is a dual band. You have a 2 and a 5G
2.4 and
signal you can
5.8.
yeah,
Yeah.
that you can connect to. You can just
Yeah,
it
so
tells
what's
you.
the third frequency then?
Because I
Talking about, well, they've actually been talking about putting sixes and I think 8 I think is the next one. And I think you can also use 20, but you've got to get a special license for it.
But are they on 7 or 8 now?
They're on
8th generation.
As I said, they're working on 8, I think, the next one. I think that's 802.11, because 802.11G and H is what we use now. And I think it's 802.11J, I think, is the next protocol.
It's advanced so much in the last 3 years, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Because they're going to have.
All right, so
we've got 5G, and then we're going to have 6G and then 7G.
So Mark was asking, here's the, I guess, technical breakdown of it. It says a tri-band router is a type of Wi-Fi router that uses 3 different wireless radio bands to increase the availability or available bandwidth for a network and reduce congestion. So
yeah, so what's the third radio frequency?
What's the frequency, Kenneth?
It uses 2.4 gigahertz and 5.8 gigahertz at the moment.
I
What's
think
the
it
third
just
frequency?
it would be
Do they just
40, 50. What is it? Hold on. And so it looks like
Because they do frequency
so
shifting to 2.4.
it looks like it's 2 bands of 5G.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So it's just It
So
must
they'll
bounce
be
back
u-
and forth.
my
So
guess
would
is
the
it's the 5.2 gigahertz, which is the
Probably,
third
yeah.
frequency in 04.
Yeah. And then there's a frequency shift in between that.
would the
Well,
two
that's
5
what-
gigabyte
The
bandwidths with the
5.2,
two
the
of them
5.2 gigabytes is the extra frequency that DJI are using in OcuSync 4.
But isn't it possible for the two 5 gigahertz bands to cross over or overlap
No,
like this?
no, they don't
No,
cross.
nowhere near.
No, they don't cross because each of the shifters has a specific range, and they sit in
Okay.
between them. And every time you see a bit of a spike on it, it'll move to the next. I think it's 100. I think it's 100 hertz in between. I'm trying to think.
2.4 gigahertz.
2.4.
It's not going to be 100 hertz. It's going to be more like a couple of megs.
Yeah, but they do shift between them.
All right, I'm jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
I think it's,
Okay.
Hi, Justin.
I think it's 2.4 to 2.6 gigahertz.
Yeah, but in
And
between that,
5.8,
go from 20
5.8
to 2400 when you 2400 megahertz, because megahertz becomes gigahertz when you
when you
2.4.
multiply it by 100, yeah.
Yeah, when you drop back and you do the numbering, so you can actually see bigger numbers rather than just 2.4. You
Yeah.
drop it back to
Yeah,
2400 megahertz.
it's 2,400 megahertz, yeah.
Yeah, 2400,
Are,
and then you go inside each of them.
when they hit 10th generation, are they going to call it X or 10?
No, that's probably Elon Musk will probably have
Elon Musk got that.
say, oh no, I've got my letter's X.
And Apple. Apple did it as well. They called the Apple 10 the Apple X.
Yeah. iPhone X, iPhone XS, iPhone XR.
Yeah.
But it's all about frequency shifting between the two of them to keep it to keep the signal fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's getting about that time.
But the 2.4 gigahertz has a longer range, and the 5.8 gigahertz has a bigger bandwidth.
Yeah,
The
stronger. Stronger but
1911,
shorter.
Yeah.
the 1911 Colt 45 special semi-auto that Al Capone used is going up for auction,
Mm.
and it's expected to. They suspect it'll go over for at least $3 million, $3 to $6 million.
Well, that
Okay.
should pay off his back taxes.
Yeah.
Al Capone
Hey,
was that was
Glad to
quite a
hear
while ago.
Yeah, I know, but he was arrested. The only thing they could arrest him for was non-payment of tax.
Exactly. They just kept trying to find something they could arrest him for.
Tax evasion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
the
it.
only thing they
That
could
was
get
the
him.
only thing they could get him for.
Yeah.
Unless you're a pirate.
They couldn't prove anything else. So
Yep. Very interesting story of Alphonse Capone.
But that gun is still like perfect condition.
Mm.
well, yeah, it's not been used since 1920.
I wonder, can it still be fired?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
There's not all
Okay.
that many moving parts to a gun.
Yeah. Nice and simple.
You look tired there, Joe.
And here's David.
Nah, I don't like this
Was-
lot thing.
Good
Okay,
evening,
David.
David.
Is that a
So what
revolver you were
bring to the
talking about?
conversation?
Yeah, from Al Capone.
No, he said a semi-automatic. That can't be a revolver.
It's a 19 Colt 1911.
Oh, 1911 is not a
45.
revolver. Yeah, that's military stuff.
Mm. I haven't seen him, Frank.
Well, I've got some good news.
Okay.
Laura's mum's home.
Oh, good news. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
Or is it good news?
but that's the good news. As you can hear,
Okay,
there's still
thanks,
no
Bill.
Laura because now her sister's in hospital.
Well, you did
Sounds like-
say they were going to be in opposite wards.
Yeah. Well, now her sister's
visit
going to
each
be in
other.
there.
So
Long.
Laura's having to stay at her mum's to look after her mum.
No, Laura's now at her sister's looking after her
Or
sister's
looking after
kids.
the kids.
Yeah. And then Friday, she
It's a good
swaps and
job
goes to
Paul
look
is-
after her mum.
It's
For the
not
weekend.
COVID,
Paul
right?
isn't here.
No.
Or Paul will be saying,
Okay.
just have the kids round to your flat.
Hell no.
Well, just think of all the printing you're going to
Oh.
be able to do
To be
Look who's
honest,
back.
after you've done all the work she's told you it needs doing.
well, think of it this way, right? I'm in a relationship, but I'm enjoying the free world, you know, of being single because she's not here.
You miss
Don't
being
work that
single?
way. Seriously, it does not work that way.
Not in
You are
the.
not free. You are not free just because she is not there.
Oh, what the fuck is this new shit? Confirm the language you are speaking. Do I sound
Yeah.
Japanese?
I keep changing it back to English, and it keeps saying we're speaking Japanese.
Yeah. Hajabo.
What's that on Zoom?
Yeah.
Joe
I
has
have
has-
coming up
absolutely
Saying we've detected you speak Japanese.
no glitches with the Zoom since I updated it.
Joe
Double up.
has
I had
it.
an
That's
issue
with you
yesterday.
lot.
Joe
I
has
dropped
it
it
asked you
once or twice
what
yesterday,
language
but
you're
I-
speaking?
Yeah, I
I've been
updated it.
unproperly
But I've not.
since we started.
I've not been having the problems that you lot have been having.
He
As
asked
a-
me just a minute ago.
I'm going to touch
Oh.
wood when I say that.
Well, I'm gonna
I
send
see it.
them.
I look.
I'm gonna send them support
Hello.
information anyway. I've looked through the list and there's no option for gibberish or bullcrap or
Mhm.
Is there an option for swearing?
no. I've even looked. There's no option for American either. American.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they need a translator.
Yeah.
Need a southern
Right.
option.
My encryption's enabled. We definitely need a Geordie option.
Oh yes, especially
Geordie
when
translator.
Joe,
Or a
We might
Scottish
need-
one.
Joe comes on.
We might need a translator for Old Man Joe.
Why I
That was on Bill's
And
stream the
Joe-
other night.
Yeah, when Joe. Yeah,
Oh,
why
wait a minute, Joe.
Joe when he comes on, we need a translator.
Well,
He's
that's what I
fine.
said, Andrew. He's a Geordie.
Yeah,
But if you really want to upset him, call him a Macam.
No.
But, but why do you say that, David?
Because if you call him a Macam, yeah, you need to run. Being in America will not be far enough.
A Geordie is somebody from Newcastle.
Newcastle.
A Mackem is somebody from Sunderland.
Yep.
And their accents sound similar, but they do not get on.
It's a bit of a tribal thing.
But can't the accents get confused for the other?
No.
Sometimes
Basically,
Just
they
the-
talk the same.
Newcastle and Sunderland are next door to each other.
Yeah.
near
Yeah.
enough.
Oh, that could be. I can see that.
It's
It's one of
just
those really tribal things.
yeah, a Geordie is from north of the Tyne, and a Mackham's from the south, I think.
In the same way that a Cockney has to be within the sound of Bow Bells.
Mm.
No, Cockney's just a twat. Oh, sorry.
So, how was the ship?
It was good.
Behind him. You forgot about it.
It was called, this is a different one. This one's upbound. And the other one I think was upbound as well. I think it was the John J. Boland.
It's not
So
a football thing, actually, Phil Cat. Although it is carried over into football, but it's
Every-
not. So it's
Yeah,
All
that's
a
not how it
local.
started
footballers.
off.
It's a local thing. If
Yeah,
you
it's
go
a
to,
tribal. It's a tribal thing too.
if you go to Southport, right, and tell them the Scousers because they're in Merseyside, they will kick the shit out of you,
Yeah.
right? Because
With the Zimmer frames,
yeah,
usually.
yeah, Southport has moved between Merseyside and Lancashire so many times, and they just want to stay in Lancashire. They don't want to be part of Liverpool or Merseyside.
Not
No.
many places do want to be part of Liverpool.
No,
David,
mean-
what if people want to be half want to be in one side, half want to be on the other side? Then
move.
what?
Move,
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's because the political parties keep moving the boundary lines and they don't care about how it affects the local people.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
rates. And
Well, it's not
social
just that.
services,
If you're say
bus
you're
timetables.
Southport doesn't get as much money as areas like Liverpool because Liverpool's classed as a massive city and it drains it all. Yeah. But when they get moved back into Lancashire for a short period, Lancashire hasn't got a big city apart from Preston, so the money gets evenly spread out.
Well,
Lancaster.
There's all sorts of
but-
different reasons.
as you know, David, we can't always trust the politicians.
What politicians?
You just said politicians.
Yeah, we don't mention them on it.
Time.
That's like
Yeah, no
like
politics
mentioning
on
the
the
war.
channel, please.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I don't know who can't trust politicians more. In
yeah.
the
Well,
United
anyway,
States,
Mark,
the UK,
let me tell you
or
about
Australia.
the latest from Mr. Pint Size loser.
Yeah.
Right.
What's
Go
he
on.
done now?
He said today, right? He was asked, "Are they releasing prisoners early because the prisons are overcrowded?" And he said, "Yes." And are any of them dangerous criminals or sex offenders? And he said, "No." And then Keir Starmer said, "Are you sure?" To which he said, "Well, no,
No.
but they're not supposed to be part of the system." And then Keir Starmer produced a document to say how many sex offenders and dangerous criminals have been let out. And he says, "Are you going to stop this?" And he says, "No, you'll be in power soon to do it."
That
What
tells
the
me he's
hell?
going to step down.
He's not stepping down. He's getting voted
No,
out.
he's just going to lose.
Well, they say lose more annihilated.
Yeah.
No confidence vote.
No,
David?
we're coming for a general election.
General election.
General
okay.
election.
We have had everyone has general elections, and in the past they're normally pretty close. But every day a Tory politician speaks, the share of the vote seems to disappear. In fact, voting intentions now could vary between the Tories having 3 seats and 200 seats, down from 369.
Yeah.
But I
That's
did like what Labour did today, because there's been a lot of defections, right? And normally the defections only happen during Prime Minister's questions time, just to rub it in. Yeah. So what the Labour did today, they left a space behind Keir Starmer, the leader of the opposition, right? And every time a Tory came in, they're all going, "Ooh." Yeah, even some of the Tories are so fed up with pint-sized loser that they was deliberately walking over towards the Labour side to then take the seat on the Conservative side just to wind him up. He was getting so stressed because how they started announcing these defections now is like last week. They didn't say this person's now deflected over to Labour. They didn't announce it like that. The person was sat behind the leader of the opposition. Nobody picked up that she was there. Yeah. And then he said, I would like to welcome my newest MP. Turned around and introduced her. And yeah, it caused chaos. Lots of balls of paper being flung around.
I'd welcome my new VP, who's right behind me.
I wouldn't call her a VP because...
You said MP, right?
Yeah, but she may...
Yeah, that's a member of parliament.
Member of Parliament.
Yeah.
Same as a congressman.
Yeah. What we'll say on this latest one is, well, she may have joined Labour. She is not going to get back in. That's his one seat Labour will lose.
Oh, good.
Nobody's going to vote her.
Well, the election will tell you.
Oh, and this is a good one. We are going to ban one offensive item.
Oh, no.
Tories are determined before they leave office to ban one offensive item. Can
Vapes.
any of you name it?
Vapes.
Nope.
Swiss Army knife.
Nope. The rainbow lanyard.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean,
Good news then.
rainbow lanyard similar to what Paul wears around his neck to keep his
No, the lanyard,
that
rainbow,
lanyard?
yeah,
Yeah, but the rainbow
similar
one
thing,
is
but the
for
rainbow one is to advertise
L-
for
LBGT.
LBGTQ
No,
or
but I
STV,
mean-
X1, whatever.
I mean that kind of lanyard.
Yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
lanyard. They are going to ban the rainbow one because it offends them.
Well, Target has cut back on the amount of
It's
gay and
called
LGBTQ
discrimination
products.
again.
Yeah. And I'm loving the new disability rules that they're talking about doing. Instead of giving people that are disabled money to live, right, they're going to ask the disabled to go and buy the items they need and send the receipt to the government. And if the government deem that you are worthy of that item, they'll refund you.
But I mean, like a power wheelchair, some of them are $5,000 per chair.
If you need a wheelchair, yeah, you can't use your DLA anymore or your PIP. That's going. No, they will send you. You buy the wheelchair and then they'll refund it, but they don't refund it back into your bank account. You know, you spend £5,000. Here you go, £5,000 back. Nope, you spend £5,000. Here's a voucher to go and use in Tesco's.
Nice.
What the fuck?
They will even
I'm
dictate
sorry,
where you
but
can
I'm
fucking
like-
spend it.
How the hell are you going to take me all fucking year to spend £5,000
Yeah.
in Tesco's?
No, it wouldn't. It'd probably take you a week. The way the
Yeah.
prices are going.
Well, there is that.
Or
But I mean,
Yeah, it'd probably be,
I'm gonna-
you'd probably be
I'd have
able to
to
get
buy
a
a
loaf of
bigger-
bread for that price.
I'd have to buy a bigger freezer
But you can you can bet your bottom
for all the
dollar,
ice cream.
right? You can bet the
That's
bottom
enough.
dollar that this voucher will be one of them, a one-time spend. So you either spend it all or you lose what's left.
so you
Yeah.
have a fixed
Right.
time period to spend it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
you
you lose it.
There'll be all sorts of
Right. I want a big Tesco's superstore so I can get a fridge freezer,
David?
a telly.
What did Laura say when you told her about this?
Laura's too busy dealing with other things.
What do you think she says about it?
It's a pity Tesco's don't sell
Got a
Mavic
good point
hoodies.
there, Mike.
She's not going to like the new one.
Just, Michael, Cool Cat, just take the word British politics out there and just say, talk about politics. The politics everywhere is like that. No better here. Yeah, too many bums in
Well,
in
You see,
Parliament.
Joe Cat may want to joke about it, but it's as serious as it gets, right?
Yeah.
Because Laura gets paid £80 a week to look after me.
Mm.
And they're going to take that away from her, right? And they're going to replace her money with a voucher, but they're going to ask me to pay for the voucher.
Mm.
Where I get the money from? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go out shoplifting.
Well, you have to tell them that you've had to buy a voucher for £80. You'd like it reimbursing.
It sounds like they're.
voucher.
It sounds to me like they're readjusting who pays for some of this stuff.
Well,
Like the
it's-
voucher, who's paying for the voucher?
It's going to cause a great deal of problems everywhere. I mean, that's £733 a month, I think now.
Yeah.
But I see.
But what they don't understand.
I see
sorry,
an
it's
eventual. I see a government eventual shortfall.
£733 every 4 weeks.
Yeah. But what you've got to remember, what everybody may not like paying disabled people money to live on, right? But while you're giving that £737, I think it is, a fortnight,
Yeah, I think it
every
is.
4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
That money is being used locally in the local shops, keeping people employed.
Yeah.
If you take that away
Well,
from the
not run a
disabled, right? Take that away from disabled, they're not going to go out shopping, which means
But
people are not going to need to be employed in the shops during the day,
Yeah.
which means they end up losing the jobs, which then pushes up the other benefits because they're going to have to
Yeah.
pay for because
But they only can keep
It's a
this up
vicious
for so
circle.
long before the government runs out of money. The program runs out of money, and they might not refresh this program, so it will come anew again.
the government aren't going to run out of money. I
They just
mean,
print
And
more.
I paid 6% of my wages for all the time I worked to go into that fund that pays my disability.
exactly.
Well, because every couple
So
of
on-
years, the United States keeps talking about Social Security might run out of money.
I'm staying
by-
away from.
Yeah, but
Okay.
what you got to understand, Andrew, is government doesn't have money.
Yeah,
People in the country have money.
Yeah.
And
And
the
this is-
government will
Give it
always
to the
siphon.
government.
They could print trillions of dollars and just flood the market with money.
Exactly. And
And
the other
it's
thing, Andrew,
It's not
Print more
Social
money.
Security, it's
Yeah.
the Department for Works and Pensions.
but the other thing you've got to remember, Andrew, is whilst unemployment and disability benefits and that are a problem because they are rising and whatever else, you've got to remember how they keep the economy going. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because
They
if
can.
people can't afford to buy the wheelchairs, can't afford the disabled equipment they need, right? If people can't afford to buy food and live, yeah, that's pushing other people out of a job.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, whilst the government say, well, we're going to save £737 a week, fortnight, or month, or whatever, on that one person, what they're not going to say is the local economy is losing out on that money. Yeah. No disabled person is raking it in and going, "I'll just keep that in my back pocket for a while." You know, it's there for, paying to get to
Bills,
appointments.
like electricity, gas,
Extra things that you need.
Hmm.
food,
Yeah.
council tax.
Yeah. No, Cool Cat, we're not going to go on that subject.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's off
Cool
limits.
Cat. Cool Cat. That is a very sticky and controversial and a hot topic, so to speak.
That
I
is
tell
off-
you, I will
So we're
tell
not
you
going
what
there.
is Andrew, let me tell you what is a really sticky topic at the moment. when Laura last was here, she left the freaking jam out, or as you guys call it, jello or whatever,
Jelly.
jelly, right? She left the jam out,
Jello is what we call jelly.
right? Yeah. She left the jam out on the window ledge, and the sun beamed in and made it a hot, sticky, bloody, bubbly mess. Now
Oh,
that's
no.
a sticky subject.
Yeah.
Literally a sticky subject.
Or you could say the same thing
Right.
as
I have
what's
to
it?
question as well,
Leave a
what the
Boston
hell was
cream
in
on
that
the-
jam?
Mm.
Right? Because normally when you heat jam up, it just goes hot. It just gets a bit sticky and hot. But this
Yeah.
actually expanded and pushed the lid off the jar and just kept going and expanding and expanding and expanding. It's like, what the hell was in that?
It was directly in line of the sunlight, correct?
Yes.
It heated
That was
up
right.
and just went.
Yeah, but normally jam doesn't grow.
True.
I think I'd retract that comment, Michael.
Mm.
You didn't
Do you
see-
mean Mark? Do you mean Cool Cat or do you mean
Jody?
Yes.
drone
But
shots?
Jody, over here, they didn't save a lot of money through COVID. They've lost over £68 billion through COVID fraud alone, right? And a lot of them were actual politicians that set up fake companies to.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is just ridiculous. Yeah.
Yep.
Will we see any of them in jail? Oh no.
No.
Joe, are you sleeping? I thought I heard a snore coming out of him.
Playing with Loki.
Oh,
Yeah, no, Joe wasn't sleeping because snoring. It didn't come from Joe because he's got his mic muted. It might have been Mark.
Me?
And, yeah, is Precious nearby?
Yeah, she's asleep, but she's not snoring. For a change.
did Mark?
doesn't know
Did
that.
Precious kick you yet?
Princess? You mean Precious?
Precious.
Look at her. He don't give a shit.
Close enough.
Did Precious what?
Kick you.
He turned around like you said that.
Oh yeah, she kicks all the time while she's asleep.
Hello, Vegemite.
I've been working out in these.
Uh,
These, you know why I started working out?
Hey, get
When they
off
start getting dirty for
there.
2 hours.
Fucking hell.
This is what we all needed. Vegemite's butt.
Yeah, I know.
I take it that was Joe shouting at Justin.
I think he's
I
talking
think
to his son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said. His son's
Justin.
called Justin.
Actually, Jody, there was actually a comedian that got booed for a comment, a joke, bit like what you just said there. He said he read on Facebook that COVID was not real. He said, so all these people that died from it, yeah, should all be dug back up and said, come on, stop play acting, get up, get on with your life. It went down like a lead balloon in the
I'll bet.
arena.
Yeah, a number of comedians did have issues during COVID,
Well, they shouldn't have made the comment in the first place.
but it's funny.
It's funny. And to be honest, is right. If
there's
it wasn't
certain-
real, they wouldn't have died.
There's certain
That's what he's
jokes that
saying.
just go.
Yeah. I mean, there's somebody around here that's going posting stickers on lampposts to say that the LED lights are going to take over our brains.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell next?
Paul, does that
5G.
Paul, does that not sound like an alien conspiracy?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
Yeah,
many
it's all-
of these-
It's all the
5G
Pakistanis and
5G
Indians and
conspiracists as
Chinese
well.
people are doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cherry pie.
No,
Yeah,
those are
cherry
tasty.
pie later.
tasty. What's it called? Tasty
Tasty cake.
Tasty cake. Cherry
tasty
pie.
cake. K with a K, right? Yep. Okay.
I
It's a bit
think you've had
small, though.
tasty cake, haven't you, Paul?
Cherry pie is nice.
Yeah. For a
Lemon
cherry
meringue.
pie, though, that is very
Lemon
small.
meringue pie is nicer.
Yeah, they didn't have the Boston cream one, so I grabbed that one today. So Justin says Tino just don't give a damn, right? That's the brown dog. He's laying over there on the sofa, and Justin gets his shoes and just puts them right on top of Tino. Tino just sits there, doesn't move, and turn around and looked at him when he took him off like a day to do it again.
Yeah.
Good on.
But he don't care. Tino's so chill, he don't care.
Oh, and here's some more good news. The bamboo printer, 100% perfect.
All
Yes.
right.
Out the box, plugged it in, print first time, print second time. I had one failed print that was my fault because I used the wrong filament that I already knew was tangled. But apart from that, brilliant.
It's going good. All right.
Yeah.
I
Although
actually,
I do have to question some of the files that are downloaded. I downloaded life-size zebra finch.
Nice.
Okay? Not a problem. I also downloaded life-size cockatiel. And I printed them both out. But the zebra
zebra
finch,
finch is bigger than the cockatiel.
David, because you
not
want
just
free-
bigger, it's double the size.
Well, maybe it's a bait cockatiel.
David, just compress it. Compress the image.
That's a bad thing to do on a 3D printer. You lose detail and quality.
Yeah. I remember.
Cool Cat. It's tasty cakes with a K.
With a K.
K-A-S-T-Y.
K-A-S-T-Y-K-A-S. Hey, Randy.
Where did Justin go?
He left.
He went to Jason Lavarius' stream.
Oh, I see.
I didn't know he was here.
He's gaming.
Yeah.
Likely.
Well, I got woken up at 9:30 this morning by a tremendous crash. Precious fell out of bed.
Oh, no.
Mark, was that
I
a
hate it.
swimming leisure centre fire near you?
I don't know. What leisure centre fire?
There's a leisure centre
Mark.
here in Manchester the other day.
Mark, did it go? Thump.
You just spent £500 doing
No,
a
it went
swimming pool.
crunch.
Yeah, they
What
spent
did you-
£500,000 doing the swimming pool up, and on the day they opened it, the night after, it went up in smoke.
How much does Precious weigh?
£120.
What the hell?
Is she a large breed mix?
It's the Jaffa cakes that she eats.
Precious.
All I see is stars, Mark.
Yeah, your backgrounds.
Rough.
Your green
Oh,
screen is on.
Right. Sorry. I don't know how to turn that off.
So you, at the moment, you look like Master
She's
Effect.
she's a bull mastiff.
Bull Mastiff. That's a big dog.
A light tan and white bull mastiff.
That's a huge puppy.
Andrew, wait till you
It's a-
see.
It's a 12-year-old puppy.
Yeah, wait till you see Mark eating, and then just listen to the noises she makes. I love it.
Yeah.
Just sits there going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up.
We're gonna have to teach Vegemite to do the same.
Yeah.
Well, who's gonna?
Well,
Oh, my cat does that when she
Tearing
wants
up
to
my
go out.
room at the moment.
Who's
My
gonna
cat
tell
does that when she
Vegemite
wants to
then?
go out.
All right. Yeah.
Who tells Vegemite to make
Hey,
these
wow.
different flavors?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and
They're-
Laura won't
they're
be
the
happy when
place.
she wakes. Laura's not gonna be happy when she wakes up in the morning.
Belgian Malinois.
No.
What the
Malinois?
hell is a Belgian Malinois?
Don't know.
I'm guessing a
Hello.
Belgian cake.
It must be
or-
a cake
Good.
of some sort.
yeah, probably a Belgian bun, as we call them.
Yeah, it's what Randy says he wants. I mean, a Belgian bun is kind of like a Danish pastry, white icing, and a cherry on top.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds delicious.
The only problem is they sell them in packs of 4, and when you've eaten one, you have to eat the other 3.
You have to eat the
Yeah,
other
I know.
three
I hate it
before
when
they
that
go
happens.
stale. Can't let them go stale.
No,
Yeah, if you open one pack, you've got to empty the rest of them.
they're a bit like Pringles. Once you pop, you
Yeah.
just can't stop.
Exactly.
All right, okay. It's a dog.
Oh, okay.
Right, we won't eat it then.
It's the US Special Forces dog.
Mm.
Ah,
I thought it was a sweet.
So, why are they using a Belgian dog instead of an American Mastiff?
Yeah, exactly.
based on all the stories,
Congress will be banning it shortly.
based on all the stories over here about the American pit bulls and stuff ragging people apart, not the fact that the owners are assholes that, encourage them to do this sort of crap, right? And the poor dog is the one that suffers. Yeah, that's probably why.
Hello, Don. Mudballs
Hey,
in the
Don.
chat.
What has
Donald
egg
just-
roll in a
Hey,
bowl
yeah.
got to do with it?
Egg roll in a bowl.
Everybody's
I
been
don't know.
waiting for you.
Maybe that's
Donald.
what's dinner.
Where's he at?
Why would you have an egg roll in a
Football.
bowl, though? An egg roll just be eaten. An egg roll.
Yeah, but what they call an egg roll is
We call a
nothing
spring
that
roll.
you think of. Yeah, it's a spring roll, and it hasn't got any
Spring
egg in
roll.
it.
Well,
That sounds
some of them do have a bit of egg in it. Yeah.
No, a spring roll is all vegetables and bean sprouts.
Yeah, some of ours do have a bit of egg in it as well, and they have a bit of egg and pork. Hey, Dan.
Hey,
That's the word
Dan.
of the day.
Boobies.
Yeah, that's today's word.
Yeah, he got me the other day when he wrote 80085
Yeah.
until I figured out, oh, it's Dan, it's boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what it is now that spells, if you type it on a calculator and turn it upside down, it spells boobies.
800
3
1
5
3 5.
3 no 5 3 1
8 double
Nine.
508.
9009.
Yeah.
If you want to do it as a small b.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't want small bees, we want big bees.
Big B's, yeah. A big double B. A double D.
Double D, yep. That's the way to go.
Or in Kate's case, a double G.
Big, as I would say, big, fat, and pendulous.
She went that big.
What?
She went double G.
Kate had a double G, yes.
Fucking huge in it.
It'd be a couple of hundred
Yes.
mils. Be about 700 or 800 mil, wouldn't it?
I don't know. They're big. They're more than a handful.
Always good to have more than a handful. I'm a big fan of that.
Let me
Yeah, it
think.
gives you
Three.
more area to check for boobs, for lumps.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, Mark, you've had a laugh the other day. DVLA pulled up on Basildon bus station to check the buses out. Yeah. And a lot of the buses were coming in, seeing the van, and just continuing straight out the bus station, going back and dropping people off elsewhere. It was like, yeah, we know what you guys are doing. They knew that buses weren't going to pass the road safety checks.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. There's one bus and it absolutely stinks of damp, and they keep taking it off, but for some reason it keeps coming back when a bus breaks down. You always go to that one. And, and as it was coming down the main road, yeah, he suddenly slammed on and just turned around and went back. I think the driver knew if that one went anywhere near the bus station, it weren't going driving through and coming back out. Quite funny as well. 2 taxi drivers got arrested for not having the right immigration status.
Interesting.
But that's because they thought they were being clever because the taxi rank is down the back end of the bus station.
Hmm.
Yeah. But DVLA don't just come in one van. You know, they have people all over the place.
Hmm.
Do they check for pink diesel?
They're checking everything.
I can just imagine what's it? I don't know what your Arriva.
Yeah, one of the ours is first here, but one of the bus, one of the buses,
Pink diesel. Yeah.
yeah, well, one of the buses pulled in the Headingham bus, and DVLA looked at it and he went, "What's this?" And he went, "What?" He pulled a piece of tape and the whole front end of the bus fell off.
Hmm.
It was like, yeah, you might not want to do that. So they let.
We've got first buses.
You've got every fucking. You've got all sorts. Of, yeah, busy. Is it busy
few
bee?
independent ones as well.
Yeah, you got. What's the new one? The busy bee, the yellow one, or something.
Beeline.
Yeah, Beeline. That's the one.
That's gone out of business once already.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was the Mayor of Manchester's service. The new yellow ones.
We have a free bus service that runs across the centre of Manchester
Okay.
that you can get on at certain points, and it will take you like between the 2 railway stations and things like that.
Yeah, they were. I remember back in 2002, I think it were. I went to Manchester, and the buses were everywhere, and the bus was so bad, yeah, that the big blue buses and Stagecoach, what they were doing, they would have empty buses just going round in a circle. So when a bus pulled out of the bus bay, the empty bus would pull in and keep it busy to stop another bus company coming in, and then that would pull out as the next one turned up.
Yeah, I mean we had GM buses and Stagecoach, and before that it was Selneck, which was southeast Lancashire, northeast Cheshire.
Yeah.
That were the orange and white ones.
Yeah, because Andy Burnham wants to take over all the buses, doesn't he, in Manchester? Like, run it like Transport for London do.
Well, we've already got a Transport for Greater Manchester.
Yeah, but he wants to take over the bus companies and pull them in. So they own the routes, and then the companies bid for that route.
We already do that because we have the GMPTE, Greater Manchester Passenger Transport Executive.
Yeah, we all have them because Essex has one of them.
No, we just have we have one bus line.
That has now become Transport for Greater Manchester.
Hey, Jim, haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Dan, Randy.
No, we have one bus company plus a airport bus, and we have it's just Public Transport Victoria here, PTV, and they own the buses, they own the trams and the trains, but there is an airport bus and a regional airport bus. So we've got basically 3, but they're all on the same system. So all we need to do is just use the one Mikey card.
Well, yeah, we can get a bus. There's a bus station in the airport. There's a train station in the airport, and there's a tram station in the airport.
I was going to say, just airport rail has been a contentious issue for about 20 years. they start building it, they get close to it, either a change of government or they run out of money. And they're still.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just answer Cool Cat's question for him?
Yeah.
Cool Cat, are you ready for the biggest rant of your life?
Go for
I
it.
really don't care what they're doing with Donald Trump. That's an issue for the Americans and the politics system or whatever else. Whatever will be, will be. Get on with it. Might not have been the answer he was looking for, but.
Well, that's the answer that's appropriate from the other side of the world, you know?
It's some, like I keep saying, you can't keep bitching about, China interfering with your elections when the British interfere anyway. And so do the French and the Germans and every fucker else.
Everybody interferes with everybody else.
Exactly. Just get on with your own lives.
Yeah. Just basically, if you've got a problem in your own country, fix that country and don't start giving money to other countries.
Wait,
Just
we
be
got a
thankful. Just be
I
thankful we
agree.
haven't got South Africa's politics.
Mm.
No, we got the British politics instead. Have you seen the state of it? I have never
But a
known.
good- But Randy makes a point there. It said it should be an issue for the judicial system, not the political system.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a political thing. At the end of the
Political
day,
point-
if he's done
It
wrong,
should be a political point scoring issue, and it shouldn't be, as they call it over here, you can't play the political football.
Yeah, we've got politicians in jail.
That's where sport comes into it.
although talking about political and judicial, on Monday night, our MPs, I mean, how has this only just been voted in? Right? They voted that if an MP
No.
is arrested for a serious sexual offence
Hmm.
or a serious criminal matter, then they are suspended. Right? And the Tories wanted to keep it as it was, where they can still sit and get on like nothing's happened, until they're charged.
Yeah, that seems to be the case here too.
Well, they've now changed it by one vote. Yeah. But unfortunately, some of the Tories, they've got like a WhatsApp group and they were all debating it. And the leader of the Tories forgot to put the tellers in, or what they call the tellers, but they're more the counters. So when all the Tories shout no, they're supposed to count how many people shouted no and tell the speaker.
Yeah, we call them scrutineers here.
Yeah, well, the Tories forgot to put theirs in, so they lost the vote by one. Right, so it now means that if they arrested for one of these crimes, now they are automatically suspended from Parliament.
Mm.
Right, but in this
And that's
WhatsApp,
the way it should be.
that's what it should be. But in the WhatsApp group, one of the politicians went, "Where were the tellers?" And one of the other politicians, Brendaman or something, he put in the thing. He went, "Well, that's a lot of us screwed now." He's like,
Yeah,
what the
agreed,
fuck?
Randy, agreed.
I mean, the fact that he just put, "That's a lot of us screwed now." He's like, what the hell are they all up to?
But then, if there's a vote here, and then you've got people crossing the floor, the people across the floor to the opposition, they seem to be tarred and feathered to the point where they say, "Okay, I'm just going to leave then."
Yeah, I hate it when they call every vote should be a free vote. I don't like this party towing the line on serious issues.
Yeah,
Nothing
that
ever
happens
gets
a lot here.
nothing ever gets done.
Yeah, that happens a lot here, and even some of the crossbenchers try and negotiate, but they negotiate for themselves, not for anybody else.
Yeah, because we had a vote last year on one of the Brexit things, and when they went out into the chambers, the Conservatives had people manhandling people that tried to turn left to go and vote for no, and they were
Sounds
literally
like that.
getting, yeah, they was literally getting grabbed and thrown into the other room and going, no, you're going that way.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, that sounds like that here. Especially when there's a vote, and you've got to side with one of them, and the crossbenchers can't make their mind up.
Yeah, well, I mean, some MPs actually don't even bother voting. They only turn up, they go and sit in the chamber and go to sleep. And the only reason they do that is because they have to attend so many of these chamber meetings to guarantee their pay at the end of the month.
Yeah, and then they're sitting in the corner. But over here, you've got one side of politics and the other side of politics, and you'll see the Prime Minister will get up and start talking, and the way the camera is, it shows his party behind them, and they're always nodding their head.
Yeah.
And then you see the other side, and they're all going like this, and they're shouting. It's like the old school day. They just they carry on like children.
Yeah. When the balls of paper start flying from each side, the paper airplanes stuff, it's like,
and then the speaker says, "Well, the member for such and such, you've got to, keep quiet, or you'll be ejected."
Yeah, it's like what's his name? Dennis Skinner. He was funny as hell. I refer to the Prime Minister as Dodgy Dave. The speaker was like,
and the speaker says, "No, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. You've been in here long enough. I asked you to retract that." And he goes, "Okay, I'll retract it. I don't mean the Prime Minister. I call him the fake Prime Minister, and I still refer to him as Dodgy Dave."
And then it just turns into a shouting match.
Yeah.
We've basically got the two main parties, then you've got the crossbench, and then you've got the independents. So you've got four different levels, and some of them are just shouting at each other.
Yeah.
And it's good for television, but it's just pathetic because you've got grown people, grown men and women standing there acting like children.
Hurling abuse at each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite funny as well. Our parliament, there's, I think it's something like 600 odd MPs in there, and they want to bring more in. They want to have more MPs. Don't ask me why, right? And there's not enough seats for them anyway. There's not enough seats for the ones they've got.
Now, so we've got each state parliament, and then you've got a federal parliament. And the federal parliament, now that can get really catty sometimes, I'll tell you. There's 88 MPs in there, and it can just go all over the place. You've got 176 in total, and you've got 88 on each side.
Well, the good news is, at this current moment, the MPs sit only about an hour away from me. But soon, they're going to be 4.5, 5 hours away from me up in York.
Well, the funny thing is, state parliament, I go past that every day. And when I have my operation tomorrow, I'm about a 2-minute walk from the House of Parliament, state parliament.
Well, get yourself a megaphone,
Right in the
go to
middle
the
of the
window, get yourself a megaphone and go to the window and go, "Will you quiet down over there?"
Yeah. And the funny thing is, if it's one of the days where they have to pass bills and negotiate them, they can be there till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And they, you know, they're sitting there and they're just whinging and whining at each other, saying, "Oh,
That's
we
when
want
you-
this, we want that."
Yeah, that's when you see the ones that don't want to be there, stood there, and when somebody stands up, you hear them go, "Ah!"
Yeah.
It's like tapping the watch.
Especially when there's a deadlock. When there's the
Mhm.
deadlock, oh, yeah, they'll be going all night. Oh, it's a yeah, I think it's getting them.
I think we should put the
Well-
cats in Parliament. Let them sort it out.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I've had enough, so
Hmm.
I'm calling it. If you guys want to stay, then up to
Okay,
you,
we'll
but-
call it.
okay, I'll call it then.
Okay, he's calling it. Okay,
Yeah,
Joe,
Dominic calling.
Yeah. I'm politically not calling it.
It's Dominic
you can-
today, Dominique tomorrow.
Dominic,
I'll leave it to the I'll leave it to the opposition on the other side of the world.
okay. Hey, Joe.
Hey,
good
we're
meeting
praying for you, Dominic.
Yeah,
Yeah, good luck, Dominic.
Thanks for
Yeah,
covering
best of
for
luck,
me
Dom.
while I went and got that chip, guys.
no
Yeah.
worries.
Okay, bye-bye.